Okay,
Wow.
go ahead. Go ahead while we're
Uh,
waiting for Marty.
you know what? Yeah, Ron, I'm going to address yours first, brother. You guys, uh, a little context.
Oh,
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's April 1st, 2022, and you are here on Friday Night Live. We are glad everybody's here with us. We got a special night. It's going to be an open forum. We're going to talk about what happened on Wednesday and hopefully have a good time. So let me get you over to my co-host, Lynn Nakamoto.
hi everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm excited, and I bet most of you here are more than excited. So I'm really happy that we're having this webinar tonight, because I know there's so many of you that want to express yourselves. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to start off with Marty DeGarmo and Jeffrey Morlock, who are leaders, and they're going to be talking about Wednesday. It's up to you guys what you want to talk about, Jeffrey and Marty. All right, whatever your heart says to say, go ahead and say it. And then we're going to have time for the 4 tech guys to share, talk about Wednesday as well. 2 of the 4 were at the event. All 4 of them were invited. 2 of them couldn't make it because they didn't have the 24 hours notice in order to be able to arrange the travel. But all 4 of them were invited. As I said, Bob and Oliver, they got to attend. So they'll want to talk about their experience as well. And the other 2 guys will want to share as well. And then we'll have it open to questions and answers and comments. So what you're going to do is raise your hand, and then we will ask you to unmute, and then you can speak. All righty.
Well, Lynn,
so
first, let us hear what you thought about Wednesday.
Oh, but no, I want to have Marty and Jeffrey talk first. I'll come later. Okay. Do you want to talk first? You can talk first.
No, I talk too much. I'll talk last.
Okay. I want to give Marty and Jeffrey the floor first. So let's have Marty speak first, if you don't mind, Marty.
Yep. Hello, everybody. Yes, Wednesday was mind blowing. I tried to figure out what was going on, and I didn't know. I guessed things, but I was nowhere near. A couple things I had. Ash was still on cloud 9 afterwards. He called me yesterday for 2 hours. He was all over. He's really excited. He was happy with everybody. Did a good job. People that could go represented the founders. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. I felt like a mother hen. I mean, I said, wow, look how good they're doing. It's really, really good. There were some technical issues on my end that weren't fun, but we got through it. It looked okay. So, but you learn from them for the next 17 times, because on passive's only going up. A couple things I wanted to point out, if I can, so that people understand, make sure they get the facts. You know, to get a business in Dubai is impossible. It's absolutely impossible. But if you do, you are amongst the best of the best. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And not only to get in Dubai, a small cabin in the corner, we are in the tallest building on the planet. And get this straight, and people need to know, I've heard a couple things being said. Mr. Before called me to make sure that I say this. We own both floors, not rooms, floors. You walk out of the elevator in room 134 and it's on passive. You walk out in 151 and your ears will pop, by the way, because you are that high, and that is on passive. Mind blowing. But I wanted to let you know, if anybody ever says, oh, this is the, don't put up with anybody. Don't hit them. That's why I don't even leave the house, because I'm afraid I might hit somebody. Don't even put up with it. Just do what you do. They don't see it. Who cares now? We saw it. We know what's up. The mall, the main road through Dubai, Sheikh Road. I forgot what the full name is. But the main road that goes through, on both sides, all of the posters, the big ones, the real big ones, on passive, guys, on passive. The biggest mall, one of the biggest malls in the world, definitely one of the biggest in the Mideast. You walk through, biggest digital shows that you see, like Dallas Cowboy has a huge one, bigger than that on passive. The tower that we saw where they did the light show, you can't have that done. It's almost impossible. Every week they're going to do it for on passive. Every week. I mean, this is mind blowing. And guess who it's for? All of you, all of us. It's a big deal. I mean, wake up and smell the coffee. I mean, we have won the lottery triple fold. No kidding. 120 of the largest screens in the world showing on passive around the clock. One of them is 55 meters wide, 14 meters high in Dubai. They're going to be building, they're going to open up other offices in Dubai, which will be announced after it's over. Ash has learned one thing very important. Don't say anything until it's completely done, because people will hold them to every second. And when you're in IT, there's a lot involved. And when you're in IT, like on passive, which is nothing to compare it to, it's a big deal. There's a lot of moving parts, millions and millions. I don't know how one individual did what he did. In fact, it's impossible what he did. It really is. That's why you saw him when he finally got to see what he did, how he put his head down. It's mind blowing what he did. And to do it for complete strangers. We're not strangers now, but we were in the beginning. And we're really, really fortunate. And once again, you guys represented the company 100%. I mean, I looked at it, I said, wow, that's amazing. You guys said everything nice. You knew what you were doing. You showed heart. I mean, you couldn't get a better group. You guys look like you were a family, just different colors. Some of you were ugly, Chris, just kidding. No, but I mean, you guys did really good things together. And it was mind blowing. I was so impressed. Actually, I lost my cool. I'm going to tell you the story about me crying like a 2-year-old. Only thing I didn't do as a 2-year-old is poop my pants and pee myself. But I looked into the kitchen and my wife was watching the big event, the top, on a laptop on the kitchen table. And I looked over and she's crying. I said, what are you crying for? I figured one of the grandkids something. Oh my gosh, I feel so good for Ash. I said, oh no, don't do it now. Right? Don't cry now. I got to go on. So I was done before I ever got on. But anyway, thank you, everybody. And that's all I have to say right now. Thank you very much.
That was beautiful. And I'm sure we'll hear more from you through the night. This is just the beginning. Marty's just getting warmed up. Yeah, I was there. I think most of us here were watching the webinar going on, and I got so choked up when Marty got choked up. I bet a lot of you did as well. You know, I mean, it was a teary-eyed night, but really it was tears of joy, really tears of joy. Now we have Jeffrey Morlock. Come on down, Jeffrey.
Oh, hello, everybody. I am telling you what, man alive, I am still electric. It is incredible the things Marty was just talking about how well behaved, I guess, the leaders were. And Marty, you're right. When you meet the leaders for the first time, it's not like you expect. It's not them on a screen. I mean, these are real flesh and blood people with their real ideas and their real hearts and everything behind themselves that makes them who they are. And it was an instant bonding. It was an instant familial situation there with all the leaders and Ash and everybody. So it was, man, it was phenomenal. I mean, where do you even start with something like this? I know that Marty had started with talking about the building and that sort of thing, and talking about who we were in there and how that was. Man, where do you start? I think what I'd like to do is to impress upon everybody how big this is, what a massive feat it was to get us in there. And I want to talk a little bit about Dubai and why Ash Mufareh has us there. And I think that you're going to appreciate even more his forethought and the team's work that got us into there, because it is something that, I mean, man, if you think about it, the civilian population of Dubai, they aren't even you don't have citizenship. Every 2 years, they go get naturalization papers re-signed. So if you've been living there for 20 or 30 years, every 2 years, you're doing that. Did you know that On Passive has it set up so that when their employees and their people go there, they are so permanent, the government has given them a 10-year contract, 10-year visa. Unheard of, absolutely unheard of. They were courted. On Passive was courted by Dubai. There is no denying that, and it's absolutely wonderful. What I'd like to do is give you a few facts about Dubai that will help you to appreciate perhaps exactly why we are there and what we're doing there and that sort of thing. And the first one is you need to understand that annually they have what's called a global future councils. They come together with a huge conference meeting that's called the Global Future Councils, and they have hundreds and hundreds of technology people from all sorts of technology disciplines that come in, right? In 2017, they actually named the world's first, now get this is interesting, the Minister for AI. That gives you an idea where their heart is, right? These folks are coming up with pneumatic trains, flying taxis, things like that. I mean, they are really, really coming into their own with this stuff. And it's not just the country's stated desire, right, to launch. Now get this is Elon Musk's revolutionary product, right? It's called Hyperloop One. And that can link Abu Dhabi with Dubai and cut the travel time down to like 12 minutes. And if you're not familiar with Hyperloop technology, it's out there, as you would expect from Elon. I mean, Hyperloop is literally a tube evacuated, what's an easy way to say that? It's a vacuum tube. It's a big tube. The air is pulled out of it, and you have a vehicle in there that travels extremely fast. So, I mean, that is really, really cool. And they're coming up with all sorts of technologies like that. They've actually hired a German firm that's called Volocopter, and they're hoping to have them develop flying taxi cabs within the next few years. So that's just one thing. So that you understand how serious they are about driving their vision to become a digital city. They have got billions and billions and billions of dollars that are going into education. They've got a project they call 1 million Arab coders so that they can bring computer programming skills to all their young people all across the Middle East. And they have a federal budget that they announced. This was a couple years back, but it was a 45%, almost 45% of the total government expenditures were on social development and education. And that's all about technology. You guys have heard of RoboCop, I'm sure. They have plans in the country's emergency response capability to go RoboCop, and they've got RoboCops. It's crazy. They're expecting to see 25% of all those positions taken up by robots by 2030. And I mean, through total AI, facial recognition, everything. I mean, it's crazy to look at some of these things. Obviously, there's online shopping, right? I mean, it's just, that's going to the whole new levels there. Another thing that you'll probably be interested in, because it's so near and dear to Mr. Mufar's heart, he loves 3D printing. They are the 3D printing people of the world. Let me tell you, they are claiming to be the first, right? They actually printed a 2,700 square foot building. It took them 17 days with 18 people to work on, and they're planning on doing a whole lot more of that. It's also for those of you that enjoy blockchain, crypto, and that sort of thing. They are also the world's first blockchain city, right? They've spent a whole lot of time putting up pilot projects that can help them use blockchain, leveraging it to, transform delivery of government systems and services and things of that nature. Things like bill payments and license renewals and visa applications and anything the government do, property, health records, every bit of it on blockchain. So they're way ahead of the world on that. So I just wanted to give you a few ideas about why we're actually in Dubai and why Mr. Mufar would think this would be the best place for us to be. Because, man, when you get looking at what we've got in the middle of that city, and I don't know if anybody's looked at the picture, But when you look at the structures, there's 4 or 5 structures. The tallest structures come about halfway up to the building that we're in. It is absolutely phenomenal. And Mr. Mufara even said, when you look down from the 5th floor, you'll see airplanes flying. So that should tell you something. You know, it's absolutely incredible. I'm hoping that you guys are going to have a lot of good questions. Now, as far as the conference went and the people there, man, my hat is off to every one of them, and I would certainly recommend if anybody can have the opportunity to attend something like that, like the leaders that were there were so fortunate to do. Uh, I saw. I mean, I even came home and said, you know, Lynn isn't who I thought she was at all. She is the sweetest. You know, I called you an Asian grandma with all the diplomacy of an Asian grandma. I said, she is so wonderful. And all these people that I met, you know, I mean, even Mr. Jokester himself, Chris, I mean, he's just so, oh man, I mean, everybody, the tech guys, I mean, you just get to know them. When you pull in and you have an event where people come in from all over that you've been watching for a couple of years. So let me tell you, if you get the opportunity to go to these events, and we will have them where there will be founder events, I'm absolutely sure we're going to have galas of some kind. Do it. You'll never ever forget it. You'll have such a wonderful time, and you'll come up across and away from there with a much greater appreciation than you went. I know that I did. To see and to meet Mr. Mufara firsthand. Uh, he is as genuine and big-hearted as you've ever thought, and he's more so in person. And you know, when he's talking to you, he's talking to you. When he's paying attention to you, it's to you. He's not diverted. He's really interested, or at least he comes across. It's a good job of fooling me. If not, I mean, he's really interested in each and every one of us and what we think and how we do and what we believe and how we see things and what our ideas are. He's just you know, I'm going to just be quiet for a bit because it was an extremely touching experience. And like Marty said, me too. When we were watching that Obless, hey, I was crying. I kept it low key, but still, you know. So, have at it, Lynn. Anything that I can do, I want to do. So, thank you for having me here, and I appreciate that. Marty, before I actually leave you, I did want to thank you. You were so instrumental in everything that was happening, and you were such a big part of everything going on behind the scenes that if you hadn't been there, we'd have been struggling a whole lot worse than what we were, I'm sure. And you're right. Those moving parts, I mean, they've got to be like a Swiss watch. And you were one of the ones in the background there that to help make that happen. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeffrey. And yes, Marty did a heck of a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And, you know, as he said, it was challenging, but I just thought he looked so calm on the exterior. I don't know how you managed to have that calm demeanor about you. So kudos to Marty. He pulled it off for the company.
And you know what I could say right along those lines? You guys were there. You saw the stresses. You saw what happened. You saw the challenges take hand in real time. And Mr. Mufara, I'm telling you what, he was like he was in a Cessna in good weather at 20,000 feet, just going through it all. And it was like he was getting hit with all, and he was just handling it. It was just wonderful. It was so good. You've never seen a CEO under pressure so smooth. You wouldn't even think anything was happening in the background. But let me tell you, there were some major snafus that happened, and they were just taken right care of. A lot of that was Mr. Mufara, and a lot of that was the guys behind the scenes. So life was good.
Yeah, and in fact, you know, because I was sitting next to him, I kind of knew something was going on. But every time there was something major, he'd just get out of his seat, go outside, talk on the phone, come on back, calm as a cucumber, you know. And he said, you know, this laptop is too low. It's, you know, too low. I'm looking down. I said, I got it. So I ran and I got the tray to bring his computer up. And he said, oh, I need the tech guy. Where is he? I said, I got it. So I ran and I got the tech guy. But, you know, it's just a matter of working together. And I just knew everything was going to come out okay. You know, even though we were a little bit delayed in starting, look how it turned out. It turned out just beautifully. Right, Jeffrey?
Oh, absolutely. You'll have to share Susie's story with the eye drops.
Oh, yeah. You go ahead, share that before we move on.
It's
to
just
the tech
funny,
guys.
everybody.
So
Ash came
funny.
in and his eyes were red. He was up all night, you know, and he was like, I need some eye drops. And Susie, man, I mean, right on cue, went out and got him, and Ash trusted her. He tilted his head. She said, I squirted it all over some of it got in his eye, but it was so funny to see the whole thing happen. But he was so trusting to let her get that close to his eyeballs. I don't know if I'd have done that, but it was funny. It's
Yeah, and
better if
his eyes
Susie
look
tells it.
good. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
so funny in telling the story. But his eyes look really good after the eye drops. There was no red left in his eyes. Look really great. All righty. Thank you, Jeffrey. You're good now for now? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring down the tech guys. And I think it might be nice to just bring them all down together. So if I can find them. Oh, I know. I just go through the panelist list. And I'm going to bring them into the speaker side. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. All right. There's Oliver. Here comes Bob. Here comes Vincent. And where's Collins? There's Collins. I see Collins right there. And we'll have them start talking. All right. So who wants to begin? Okay, let me just select. Might be easier. Okay, we'll start with Vincent. Vincent, whatever your heart desires, you can share.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Lynn, and thanks also to our big brother Marty Degamo. Okay, so if we are here today again is because of Marty. Marty make us to be here, and then Lynn. So they did a wonderful job, and also thanks my brothers Oliver, Bob, and Collins. So because of them that we are also in this webinar. So let's say that we talk about technologies, what our CEO Ash have done so far is big, has done wonderful job. Mr. Ash have done a fantastic job, exceptional job. So everything you put it together, something we haven't seen it before in this world. So like Wednesday, I was saying that my dream has come true. So it's like the dream. It was like a dream, but now it's real. So now Ash has made the dream coming true. So we thank all the panelists. Also thank all this guy who used to also come to webinar. All the LC members, they are also here. So they also help us. So we thank all of them. And then big thanks also go back to my guys again. They did a great job and a great contribution. So this is what I would say, no, giving the chance to other people to say something. Thank you, guys.
Next, we have Collins. I was muted, sorry. Good job, Vincent. I was saying sorry about that. Good job. So next we have Collins, Mana from UK.
Yeah, thank you, Lynn. I just want to greet Marty Digamo for making everything possible for us. So if we are here, the tech guys, I think it's just because of Marty and you, Lynn. So just want to be grateful to Mr. Ash Mufara. So just looking back on Wednesday, it was really crazy. Honestly, it's still like I'm still dreaming because it's something that, you know, when you look at what Mr. Ash have put together, especially the digital world, because the first statement, do you believe in the internet space? It is something that is difficult, you know, and the way he put everything together, not only the product, but everything, the business side of it is massive, just for one man to do that. Because when you look at most of the CEO and the directors that really sit back and build all of those components or the products, it's a very, very big job. Honestly, it's not easy. It's not really easy to build one particular application and put it in the market. And then talk less of Mr. Ash, putting everything together all by himself. And Maddie always said, only Ash can do this type of crazy thing. No CEO can do this. Honestly, nobody can do this. You know, putting everything, sleepless nights, sacrificing his family, because I was just thinking about Mr. Ash family. You know, we sit back as IT engineers sitting somewhere, doing our own bid, and we are still spending sleepless nights. Sometimes we are tired. We don't even want to do anything anymore. and you see Mr. Ash doing everything, you know, Wednesday sum up everything. Wednesday was the D-Day. I was just like, my goodness, what am I saying like this? I was really in shock, and I'm still in shock. You know, I wasn't really there in US. I was just thinking about what you guys, you know, Jeffrey Mallock, Lynn, I was just like, how is Ash feeling now? How is he happy or is he crying? You know, I was just thinking like, what is happening in his mind? It's like I should move my brain and put it in Ash just to, you know, to think like him. It's just impossible. So, but I'm just so grateful and thankful to God that I was able to see this day, that a new paradigm shift has been done and a new down is now in unpassive. So I just want to thank you, Lynn, for having us in your show. Thank you.
Thank you. You've contributed a lot to Friday Night Live. Thank you, Colin. All right, next we have Oliver Fonte from the United States. You can take the floor.
Yeah, hi everybody. Wednesday was emotional, you know, unpassive, not fiction, real, you know, and um, I was like emotional also about what I saw in India, and the gift, financial gift that the CEO gave also, and let me start from the airport. When we landed at the airport, it was crazy. Jokes. My brother Chris Johnson was just doing his thing, cracking jokes, you know. Malo was there following me, the tech guy. I asked this question about tech. You know, Malo was just, you know, I'll go and see here. Malo follow the tech guy, asking me technical questions. We're there. Then went out to the hotel. Ash, man, let me first thank my big brother, the godfather of Unpassive, Madi Ligamo. You are the man. Unpassive is what is it today because you are behind the scene doing your thing, you know. And I just want to say I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you, you know, for everything. I also want to thank the winners, the heroes, and that we are in the right place. We are in a good position. We are fine. The CEO talked to us. We had wonderful dinner that night. He didn't want to go. He was just jumping like a kid. He plays like a little boy. He plays, you know, it was like a father. I said that yesterday. He was like a father, a mother, and everything. He checked on everybody. What are you eating? One thing that he told me, he looked at me, he said, Oliver, what are you drinking? He saw my glass. He said, Oliver, you are a smart guy. That cognac is going to freeze your brain. Stop it. I was like, you know, Jeffrey Mallock was there also. All of us was just getting fun. Nobody wanted to go, you know. And Lynn came and called me while we were eating, went and with Bob, went at the corner with the CEO at the one corner. We were there for about 15, 20 minutes. He was talking to Bob and myself about some technical issues, some, you know, which was very, very productive. And I really appreciated it that he did that with the two of us, you know, the tech guys. He talked to us private. Lynn was there, you know, and I really appreciated it. But let me go to Bush Khalifa. Unpassive is the supermongon giant. When you want to talk, he make, I don't know if if the CEO, if he sleeps. Because if you look at the way he's strategizing things in Unpassive, working for us, for you and I, all of us, Dubai is the place when it comes to technology now in this world. That region like that, from Saudi Arabia to Dubai, that region is strategic. And for us to have two floors, not one floor, all of them, 134 and 151, in that building. Google is not there. Microsoft is not there. Name them. Unpassive is there. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. If that is not in your brain, know that today, that where we are, the strategy where he has positioned OnPassive, the foundation, we are solid. He made a statement to us on that Tuesday night. I don't want to call the percentage, but and then the last night, and what he told us the last night in the restaurant before we left, I don't want to say it here, but we are fine. I want to tell all the founders here today, meeting the CEO, talking to him one-on-one in the restaurant also, we are fine. I can guarantee that we are fine. And the position that he's positioned OnPassive, I was so happy to be there with him, and I'll give OnPassive triple X success. He has worked a lot. He has put a lot of things. He has strategized a lot. You know, just look at Dubai that day. Everywhere was OnPassive. Even in the morning, I called some of my friends in Dubai. It was all OnPassive. In the following day, that was Thursday morning. It was all OnPassive everywhere. Billboards everywhere, OnPassive, screens everywhere, OnPassive. So I just want to thank and look at the tourists that goes to Dubai, 1.8 million every year. 1.8 million tourists that go to Dubai. When they go there, they'll go and see OnPassive. They'll start being inquisitive. What is this? This company is what? They will buy our products. The CEOs that they are coming there to come and enjoy. There's on that building, that how do you call it? That Khalifa building. What is his name? I can't call the name. There's Jojo Amani Hotel that is there. Those big CEOs that come there, they will come and see OnPassive. They will come to our products. They will buy our products. They are that regions. They are all now in IT. They are all in technology. And the CEO, for who we know that he is crazy about technology. That is a potential market for us. That is a potential market for OnPassive. If anybody didn't get it, please get it now. That region is the potential market for us. So I will leave it there, and Sister Auntie Lynn, take it from there. Thank you.
That's right. We're in the right place. I'm sure it wasn't an accident, when Ash selected Dubai as the place to do this initial marketing campaign. It was a well thought out decision on his part, very calculated. All right, next we have Bob Takusi from the United States, and I'm sure he has quite a bit to share.
Certainly, Lynn, certainly. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Moloch, Brother Mari, my fellow tech brothers, Mr. Ron. It's good to be here to also share my own testimony of what transpired in the past few days. First of all, I've always known in my consciousness that there is something supernatural about OnPassive. The hand of God is hovering above OnPassive. I believe so at the depth of my heart. I was the last one to get to Boston. I worked that day, so I left. I drove to the airport and then parked. When I got to my gate, our flight was delayed. The plane had a problem. So I was like an hour late. So I knew that I would miss everybody. But by the time I get to the airport, everybody would be gone. I was just going to take Uber and catch up with them at the airport. But God said, no, you guys are going to be together, So as I got there late, picked up my bags, I arrived just on time when they were about to just go out and start getting the Uber. So I saw everybody, we all hugged ourselves. It was like a family reunion. Everybody from Jeffrey Moloch, Chris Johnson, Uncle Ron, Auntie Lynn. Lynn is really a darling. Auntie Lynn, I'm glad we call you Auntie Lynn, everybody, Milo, Julie. I had a very warm hug with Julie. At least I'd met Julie before when we had our our program here in the Washington, D.C. area. You know, it was just a very warm, loving environment. You just wanted, you could feel Peter Sora, of course. I mean, you could feel the love. You know, we could feel that bonding. And this is what the virtual world has done. You know, even though we've been seeing each other virtually, that's the one good thing. It felt like we had been with each other for a while. I did not feel strange, like anybody was really someone that I had not known or strange. No, it was just, we're all close like one family, but just different colors, the different colors of OnPassive. So that was really nice. And then we got to the hotel. That night, when we got to the hotel, so we are all standing near the lobby, and I could see Mr. Mufara from my position. I was the only one who could see him. So he was walking towards us. Everybody else was backing him. And then he made like this to me. So he is a real clown. So, and then he just ran and came and like surprised all of us, you know, like it was really funny. I mean, you could feel the man, you could smell him. He smelled like $1 billion, you know, very nice, cool dude. Then we went upstairs, we all checked in, you know, we all checked in on his accord, and then we went to our rooms, came back downstairs, had a very, very nice dinner. And then, of course, he put us to the side, like Oliver said, and gave us some serious talk. I mean, he just blew our minds away, you know. I don't know if you could share that information here in this open forum, but Mr. Ash Mufara, he's got our back, guys. He's got our back. When I mean our back, he's got it. Based on what he told Oliver and myself, in the words of Oliver, we are fine. So on Wednesday, I think is one of the most beautiful days of my life. You know, we all got there, everybody professionally looking, like Jeffrey Moloch said, it was just nice. But one thing that really struck me was the opening of the event. Mr. Mufare opened the event with his personal legend, who he is, who Ash Mufara is, with the Obless. I believe that is what Ash Mufara has always wanted to be, to uplift humanity. Not just now when he found his word, I believe it's something that has been in his mind since when he was a kid. That is why he started the launch of OnPassive with Obless in that manner. I can tell you that there was no dry eye in the eye. I don't think there was a dry. Oliver was sitting next to me. Oliver sobbed. I could see Oliver, but he couldn't see me. But there was no, I looked around. I couldn't find a dry eye at that moment. I cannot believe I could not see Chris Johnson. I'm sure Chris Johnson was very wet, you know. So it was just very, very, that was the only somber moment, because we could feel the compassion of Ash Mufara. You could feel the love of Ash Mufara. You could feel his affection for mankind with that Obless piece. And then, of course, we went to the main event, which was very, very, very exhilarating. It was an exhilarating experience to see the display from the water and the building, the lighting and everything. He told us that we are going to come in and present ourselves to the world, and then we're going to stand up and take our position. Everybody's going to know that OnPassive is here. I don't think there's any company that has ever introduced themselves like that. No, never. I don't know. You tell me if they have. The imagery was very, very captivating. I still have, I have it in my mind. My wife was screaming at home. I mean, you know, text messages. I've been having calls all over the world just based on the imagery. How these tech guys put it all together, God alone knows. But this is the result of a technology that is being built with heart. That is it. That's the secret of OnPassive. It's the heart of the founder, the heart of all of us. Because I believe now we are now all in the Ash Mufara school of thought, that love, compassion, and affection for mankind is an essential ingredient in our living. He introduces OnPassive and we open it where most companies don't even get to. At the top He told us he's going to take us to the top, at the very top. There we are. I don't know of any company that has started where we have not opened our doors yet. But we have about five offices around the globe. We're at the top of the tallest building on earth, in the most complex emerging city of our time, in a region where everybody converges now for social and other activity. People are going to Dubai to spend everybody in the world now goes to Dubai to have fun. That is where everyone is converging. I don't know how Mr. Ash did it, but he's a master strategist. That's a calculation that God alone knows. I'm sure he's been guided by some divine, being to have all these things and then get through. We don't know how he did it. Like, I don't know if it was Oliver or I think it was Mr. Marlow. How in Saudi Arabia, you don't get, in Dubai, you don't get permits that easily. You don't get citizenship. No, everybody, it's just not something that is done. I have relatives of mine who've gone to Dubai and they are being repatriated like every day. They send Cameroonians back who are there trying to make ends meet. No, it's impossible. But we come with OnPassive. OnPassive hasn't even come yet, but they are giving us 10-year visas and they're telling us that because of our special skills, we can be citizens. All thanks to Ash Mufare. You could tell that he wants all of us to be like him. Towards around the end of the meeting, did you guys know that Ash Mufara went into his bag, took his perfume, and was spraying it to every man who was in there because he wants us to be like him, to smell like him. I thought that was really, 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 really enriching. As a matter of fact, when I came home, I took off my jacket from my back and I gave it to my wife. The smell of the perfume was still there. So I gave it to my wife and my wife could smell Ash Mufare. It's the whole experience, the totality of it is the heart of Ash Mufare. I also want to commend our big brother, Marty Degamu. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing us. Thank you for giving us this platform to also let us be counted. We are at the verge of making history. OnPassive is a history that will be studied for generations to come. People are going to wonder. OnPassive is going to be one of the wonders of the world. I kid you not. OnPassive is one of the people are going to wonder, how did this guy do this? How did he do it? It's going to be a case study, like my brother Oliver always says. Yes, it is. It is a case study. How did he do it? Thank you, Brother Madi. And Ash Mufara also shows us some other people with talents. I was talking to Oliver, Mr. Redfern. Redfern, to me, is the journalist of OnPassive. He presented himself like with a journalistic ability that I've never seen. I mean, he came across like some journalist from CNN who was coordinating one of the world's greatest events. So we're going to declare Redfern OnPassive journalist, while we declare Marty Degamo our Chief Operating Engineering Officer of OnPassive. I will rest my case there and we'll talk some more, but the experience totality was just exhilarating. It was great, guys. And I'm very, very, very proud to be one of the founders of OnPassive. Back to you, Auntie Lee.
All righty. That was awesome. You kind of give us a big picture of what happened during the few days we were there, a couple days that we were there. And yeah, Ash Mufara smells really good. I like his cologne. It's really good. Susie always says, he smells good. And I said, she's right. He does smell good. Marty, speak to us, Marty.
What'd you say? I'm sorry, Lynn. What'd you say?
We were just saying, Marty, that Ash smelled really good. He has nice cologne.
Oh, yeah. He was looking at you guys standing next to him. He looked a lot taller than I thought he was. I mean, he's pretty tall, it seems like. Not like Milo. Milo looked like a giant. I don't know what. Holy cow.
Yeah, the only one taller, Marty, was Milo.
Yeah,
Was the biggest one there.
Yeah.
Malu was about 7. Ash is about 6 point something. Ash is tall.
Yeah, yeah, he looked tall.
Yeah,
No,
he's
he
a
was
tall guy.
excited. He called me a couple times, but yesterday like 2 hours, and he's still flying high. I mean, I don't. I told him, I said, man, you gotta sleep. This isn't real. You can't just keep. Oh man, how can you sleep? I go, I don't know, but I heard that you need sleep and water. Okay, you got to do it whether you like it or not. Well, but no, he was so excited. He loved everybody that was there, and he said, there's nothing like meeting people in person. You can watch them on Hollywood Squares here, and you see something, but you get a different picture of people, you know? I mean, Chris told me he had so much fun with Gershminder, right? Who'd have thought? He was messing with Gershminder. Look how short you are, you know? And you would think, he probably wouldn't kid around, but Chris said he was a great guy to talk to. And that, you know, that's what's wrong with the world anyway. We don't know somebody, we judge them before we meet them. And Passive is different. So, no, and we're all going to meet someday, off and on.
Yeah.
I don't think we could all fit on a cruise. It'd take about 17 ships. But no, yeah, it was exciting. And he might pop in here, by the way, if he gets time. But anyway, yeah, it was crazy behind the scenes, I can tell you. I mean, trying to get, because the live feed that they had was from their YouTube channel. So the live feed need to come to this Zoom platform so I can send it to the restreamer to all the other YouTube channels. So he says, in fact, Muhammad Kamal called me. Marty, tech guy's going to call you. Set up with them. I said, okay. I had them all set up except for that one channel because it's coming in, not going out. So he writes me and goes, just push the button. I said, listen to me. Now all this is going on, right? I mean, I'm trying to pay attention at the same time. I said, listen to me. I pushed the button. Everybody's getting a feed. We're feeding to 20 different YouTube channels. I said, you're coming into me. He goes, yeah, it should be at the bottom. I said, it's not there. I said, you got to feed to me, and then I can feed it to everybody else. It'll happen automatically. Anyway, it was funny. So I said, you have a link? Oh, yeah, I got a link. So he goes to give me a link. And I said, well, we can share the screen and do this. Now, remember, all this is on timing. This has to happen at a certain time in Dubai. So I'm starting to, how do I say this without sounding bad? Crap bricks, okay? Because we're running out of time. So I'm like, well, and then Ash called me, and here's what he said. I guess one time when he walked out in the hallway, he goes, Marty, give him what he needs. And I go, I'd like to give him a punch in the nose. I said, I can't give him what he needs. It's got to come this way. So anyway, it was funny. So he gave the link to Ash, and then Ash finally did it. But in the beginning, we're getting all that reverb because there was so many computers on, I guess. I couldn't tell what it was. It wasn't on our end. But it worked out. Everything worked out. And thank God for Redford. Oh my gosh. Red goes, I'm going to go. I said, oh, Bull, you're going. You stay right there. And you got to take care of it because I can't, because I missed part of it because you're behind the scenes. I might be smiling on screen, but on the camera goes off, I'm slamming my head on the table. But no, it went really well. And I was really happy, you know, considering it's a lot of moving parts and things were going different directions. I had to go to channels and make sure people weren't making crazy comments. So, but no, it turned out good. I was very happy. Like I said, a few months ago, I saw the tech guys. I said, man, they gotta be pushed up. People need to see them because they can explain why it took long. Average people don't understand. They just go, well, why is it taking so long? But when you hear a tech guy say long, I'm surprised it didn't take 5 more years. So that's a big deal. Anyway, no, but it was, but I had so many calls from there in video. I was like there, even though I couldn't go. I mean, I was there every time you guys ate, somebody called me. So that was pretty cool. I had a great time. Chris kept me plugged in the whole time. So yeah, that's all I got.
Chris, you're kind of quiet. Did you want to say anything, Chris?
Be quiet. Are you?
Yeah, yeah, you.
You obviously didn't get enough sleep either, did you? Yeah, I have one. Well, I have many funny stories, but I do want to share one because the first people that I actually sat down with after we left the airport was Dr. Bob, Dr. Oliver. I sat right across from him, and we kind of looking at each other. And I remember saying, "Oh my God, I'm sitting down, breaking bread, having some ice water with the tech guys." I'm like, in my head, what the heck can I talk to these guys about? They know I don't know nothing about but technology. But I found out, yeah, they're these techie genius nerds, we'll call them right now. What two great guys who are just like me, except they're a lot smarter in the techno department. Other things I had them, but the techno department, they had me. And this is the funniest thing. There was 3 of us in charge of getting people in Ubers and getting to the certain areas, right? So we had, I think, 15 or 16 people, or 17, something like that. We can get 5 in a really nice Uber ride, right? So Julie's getting one, Pete's getting one, I'm getting one. And we realized my new best friend, Gersh Mender, walks out the door and says, "We forgot to put Gersh Mender in the counts. So you guys go. I got to get another Uber." So the last 3 people, I think it was Charles, Bob, and Oliver. Who else? I forget who else was in that car with you guys. Ron. So these guys take off, right? So I'm new to this. I've done Uber, but through other people's phones. I'm like, man, all right, I think I got it. So boom, I ordered a truck. I turn around, I hear, "Hey, Chris." Ash Mafar comes walking out of the door with Susie. And I said, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be at the restaurant." No, change the plans. You guys come with me. I said, "Ash, I just ordered an Uber." He goes, "Cancel it." I said, "Well, how do you cancel it?" He said, "Just hang up the phone." So to my unknown knowledge, I hung up the phone. I listened to my big chief there, right? Lo and behold, I found out later as we're sitting in the restaurant with all of us. And I think it was Charles that reached. I say, "Hey, Chris, we kind of want to know something." I said, "What do you want to know, man? What can I possibly teach you guys?" He says, "Why did you cancel our Uber driver?" He turned around and said, "The guy that just paid for you canceled our ride." So they were in the process of going to this restaurant. And because I didn't know what I was doing, I canceled their driver out. The driver's saying, "Hey, man, you got to fess up. You got to pay me some money." So Bob, I believe it was Bob DeCoucy, he paid him cash to get him there, but I had no clue. And they're looking at me like, "What did we do? Chris likes us. Why would he cancel?" And I said, "You know what? Blame Ash. He told me to cancel it, but I didn't know what I was canceling." But to be all honest, I hope to meet the other 2 tech doctors. It was an honor and privilege to sit and talk with them. Jeffrey Morlock, everyone looked different to me when I first met him. Jeffrey Morlock, I will say, looks almost identical to his picture on here. Actually, Bob and Oliver look pretty similar too, but other people, listen, it's not that Milo is such a giant. We're all just really short. That's the truth, but he is tall. But just to sit down and literally when I say break bread with people, people that I've watched and admired for a very long time, to sit with them was pretty exciting. And we did. We made it in a family affair. And Bob was the lucky one because we sat in that airport for over 6 hours waiting for everyone to get in. All right. He came in. As soon as he came in, I said, "Come on, you got to get these guys to the hotel." Boom. Lucky Bob. And there's my brother, John White. John White was the very first person to land in Boston. So that guy sat there from 1 o'clock. I can't remember what time we left, 6, 7, 8. I can't remember. I kept saying, "John, you okay?" He starts talking about it. He goes, "Chris, I'm hungry." I said, "Oh, I'm starving too, man." And then John makes the mistake of saying, "Man, some pancakes, some of those thick sauce." I go, John, man, I'm starving. Let's not talk about food." But It really was an honor. And I told Ash the same thing. The honor for me was meeting the guys that I see every single day. Of course, it was an honor meeting Ash Mafara. I've talked to him just like all of you have, but really I was more excited to meet these guys, these ladies. Julie Wen, the first time I actually got to hold and hug her and look her in the eye and say, wow, you look totally different. I mean, she's Vietnamese and she looked Chinese to me. I couldn't figure it out, but it was a lot of fun. And I really did try to make fun of everyone I could, no lie, because that's kind of what I do, but in a good way. I tried to keep people laughing, and I think we all laughed. There wasn't a disappointing moment. I think everyone was recognized by Ash Mafara with pictures, videos, interviews, sitting right next to him. He made his rounds and made sure that everyone felt welcome. And my God, as a witness to me and the rest of these guys that were on there and gals, he did do that. So it was fun. I got so many stories, but I'll share them throughout the year. More to come. If you do actually get invited to the next event, I'm going to tell you this. You better sleep 3 days before that event because there's no sleeping allowed. There's no sleeping allowed when you get to this event. You just keep going. But I love
Chris.
every one of you. We appreciate y'all. Ron and Lynn, thank you. Ron, go ahead, Ron. It's your show.
How did it feel to kiss him?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part. When I first came in, I was the last one
He
to come.
smelled nice, and Chris kissed him.
I kissed Ash not on the lips, on the cheek. And I made sure I went around to every single person, gave a kiss and hug. And every bald guy there, what did I do? I kissed him right on the top of the forehead. And let's see, Jeffrey, he probably tasted the best.
Oh, you gave me the best. I was savoring that.
It was fun. And I'll tell you one real quick and I'll leave. I won't leave, but I'll shut up. Susie McCrae got me so good because I was behind everyone because they were sitting down. And I kind of reached my hand under and I kind of like had her elbows to her forearms. And I'm giving her a kiss. And she goes, Chris, she goes, Ash, he just touched me inappropriately. And I thought, oh my God, what did I do? And at that moment, I felt numb. And I kind of went to the next person and I went back to her. I said, Susie, I want to apologize if I touched you in any way. She goes, I was just joking, man. She got me. First founder that actually got me good. I thought, oh my God, I did something terribly wrong here. And if you meet Susie McCrae, guaranteed you will have the best time of your life because she's a complete riot. That's all I got, Ronald. Thanks for having me. Back to you guys.
That was great. Awesome. John White, now's your time to chime in. Oh, wait, I got to unmute you. Let's see. Okay, I got it. Go ahead and unmute.
Hello. Jeffrey Morlock. All of these incredible founders that I had the fortune of being around. And what I'd like to say, my claim to fame is I was the first one to hug Mr. Mafari in the lobby of the hotel. And he said, you smell good. I said, you smell better. A sweet smell of success always smells better. What I wanted to do is to capture what was happening inside of the room. We had people, and maybe people don't believe it, but it was almost like a surreal happening. Also, an epiphany has nothing to do with religion, but what an epiphany is a sudden manifestation of something that is real. And that happened when that incredible scene took place in Dubai. It was just electrifying. Everybody was speechless. While it was going on, Mr. Mafari got up in the back and he started jumping up and he said, we did it, we did it, we did it. And we did it. They, along with all the 1.2 million founders did it. I can appreciate how he is an incredible people person. Everybody feels really comfortable around him because he doesn't look at himself as someone who's way up there. He comes to whatever level that person's at. And that's really one of his most successful and enduring and loving characteristics. Also, when that moment came, when that realization happened in Dubai, I was sitting about 2-3 feet away from him, and he just started tearing up. It finally hit him that all of the sacrifices that he and his family went through, all of the storms, all of the things that were people who were trying to stop him, they couldn't do it. And he was just overcome with emotion. They weren't able to do it. And the reason they weren't able to do it, friends, is that good always conquer evil. No matter who you are, no matter what race, religion, or whatever, everyone has a soft spot in the heart of someone who's always so giving. And Mr. Mafari and his family are givers. Givers, they're not takers. They are givers. And all of us, he's taught us how to reflect the way he is. He's not domineering, not at all. He's not walking around thinking that he is the best. We sat on at a restaurant, and it was about 20 of us, and he just started talking. And the more he talked, the more people were drawn to him. And I sat right in the back of him. And out of respect for me, he was sitting at the table. He pushed his chair back so he can have eye contact. And what he related to us were things that build character, things that change people's lives. He gave us information, brothers and sisters, that really, if it were a seminar by a guru or gurus, we would have been out of $3,000 that weekend. He isn't making this up. He has lived it, and what he's done is that he's taken all of the risks out of Unpassive. Unpassive is a vehicle that will not be stopped. No one can stop it. Because even if you were in a country that was totally against Unpassive, you have people in those countries that are suffering, that are homeless, who are going to bed hungry each and every night. And what does he have that he showcases? Something that's been in his heart for years. I can remember the story when he was on the West Coast. He would get the car full of food, and he would go out there and stop and give food to people that he saw who were homeless. That's before he even thought about Unpassive. So now, what does he have? Instead of him and his family doing it, now he has a complete army of warriors who are responsible in their hearts to completely change the course of lives for a lot of people. And I really appreciate him. All of us love him. We have more respect for him than we've ever had before. He is that glue that keeps all of us together. And see, he's taught leaders, and I don't consider myself one, but he's taught leaders who are visible, like Marty DeGamo, you see, like Chris Johnson, like Julie Wynn, all of Charles Osong, Michael Williams, Dr. Bill, Peter Shearer, just a lot of them, Susie McCrae. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But he was able to give them what was inside of him, and they were able to duplicate the way he feels about individuals. Now, we were there, but we represented all of you. You have some who are hidden that you can't see. We have a lot of those. Chris Vaughn, Bill Musk. See, those are the ones who are in the background. Patty, who does a lot of work. Listra, the list goes on and on and on. They make up the foundational stones of Unpassive. And without them, we would be less of an effective company. So I really, really appreciate and love everyone who's involved, everyone who's been positive about our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, John. I love your words of wisdom. When you talk, we all listen. You have important messages to share with us. Thank you very much. All right, at this time, Marty, did you want to say anything before? I see Jeffrey. Sorry, I see you now with your hand up. Go for it, Jeffrey.
I just wanted to get in here and talk a little bit like John was and say, first of all, John, you don't know, brother. I appreciated you. I listened to you. You got such a warm, wise demeanor, and you're well respected. In my book, man, you're top shelf, and I've got a friend in you. What feels like forever. Just by meeting you and spending time with you, and just kind of watching you and listening, and incredible. And thank you for the words there. I know that I can't say enough about you. Right now, just a little bit that I do know of you, although I got immense respect for you and I appreciate what you do. But you're right. We are, every one of us here and all 1.5 million soon to be founders. We are a family. We're a family of leaders. It's not just the people on this panel. It's every one of us. If you think about that, I mean, we are a network, a global network of leaders. And this is something Mr. Mufara spoke with me and Dr. Bill. We were talking, the three of us, when we had just a few minutes where he wasn't doing something else. And he also shared during the conference there that he wanted to put names and pictures of founders up and blast them all over, but there was some sort of a privacy thing that couldn't do it. But he is going to ensure that each and every founder is known. I mean, you guys will be known. You're going to be known. Once we close the door to the foundership, we're it, and we will be it forever. And you and your families for generations, you will be known and you will be fine, regardless of where you are right now, because you are in Unpassive. Each one of us is significant to the whole. We're all a part of that whole. Even though we may seem insignificant, we are not, because together we make up the whole enchilada, right? You're going to be known, and we're going to be very much in unity. And I wanted to also say, John, man, you are right. I love listening and watching Mr. Mufara talk. He probably thought I don't know what he thought. I saw him watching me look at him a few times, and I just kept watching and thinking. A couple times I wanted to read his mind, but it didn't work. But he speaks from life experience. The man is wise beyond his years, but more than that, he has a way to bring it down, to even it out, to level it out for us, so that what he gives us in these talks, if you will listen to what he's saying, is years of practical, useful life experience. And he does it in a way that is extremely soothing. It's a calm thing. It's not boisterous. It's not puffed up. It just is and is flowing freely. And he loves every one of us. Period. Great man. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. I see Julie. Julie Wynn. Are you free to talk at this time, Julie? Is this a good time?
Yes, Lynn, thanks so much.
That'd be awesome. Great.
Thank you so much, Lynn and Ron, for doing this. And I appreciate you. It was very an emotional trip for me. And it's emotional is because I get to have my daughters there with me to witness what is happening. And I know she probably doesn't understand what's happening, but it's going to mean something incredible to her. Watching her having a great time with Mr. Ashmore for it, she's a firecracker. And according to what Chris said, she stole the show. It's just because of the expression on her face, the fun thing that she has. The 30th was marking a very special day for her. So it was very emotional for her. And as for me, it was such an honor to meet Mr. Ash. I do understand that he is the greatest man in the world, and he does what he does is carrying out his purpose of being on this earth. And definitely he has a purpose, and he was born with a purpose, and he is the one can make the greatest impact in the world. And I can't wait to see what else he has under his sleeves, because whatever that he does, every single one of us is coming along with him. And also, it's the greatest thing ever. I have never felt so close to human beings, and especially every single one that show that was there in Boston and that trip. It was amazing just seeing each other and hug, and that connection's right there. It's very important to me. I'm a hugger, so every time when I see someone that come to me, hugged, and we hugged and we hugged and we hugged and we hugged. Not only that we hugged, we kiss each other, right? Kiss on the cheek, we just hug each other. It was very lovely. And to be honest with you, it was a very tiring trip. However, it was well worth it of what we had gone through to be able to be there. And it was also amazing how we all got together and we all make this happen, right? It's an invitation for all of us to be there. However, every single one of the top travelers contributed and make it all happen together. And there was just the amount of love, the amount of compassion we all getting together to do that. I think is really amazing. The deepest touch for me was to hug Susie McCray. I always wanted to see her because she and I on webinars together, when we do talk, we talk back and forth. The more I know about Susie McCray, hugging her, she is amazing. If you have not talked to Susie McCray, man, that woman, she is a lot of fun, but she has a lot of wisdom coming along with it. And the way how she and Ash had conversations together, man, I wish when I grow up, I want to be Susie McCray, because she's my role model. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow Susie McCray's step because of the amount of love, the connection that she has with Mr. Ashmore for it, the love between both of them. And I truly see that. Now, John White, full of wisdom. I love that man. He's amazing. He's a fighter. He is like, nope, I'm fine. I'm good, and just the amount of wisdom coming out of him. To be honest with you, John, when I grow up, I want to be like you. I want to have a brain like you too. Man, my daughter turned around and said, Mom, he doesn't look like he's 70 something. He looks like he is in his late 40, right? And that is true. When you sitting down with John White, when you actually see him, yes, you're going to see some of that wisdom. You're going to hear some of that wisdom coming out of him. Now, with Chris Johnson, as you know, Chris Johnson and I don't know, but seeing him, hugging him was amazing. Like we're on the phone every single day, right? We love each other. We share a lot of stuff with each other, right? But seeing him and hugging him, and he kissed me on my cheek, on my ear, it was amazing. I feel that love coming out of this man. And boy, Chris, I can't wait to see you again. And I can't wait just to go and hang around and have the kind of fun that you are doing. You know, it was just amazing. Now, the three tech guys, right? Bob, I've met him before, just hugging you guys. Just come and see you and embracing each other was amazing. And another thing too, they're always together. They always stuck together. They do things together. And as far as I see, when people are doing things together, they are growing together. They are doing things and they make it all. It's about unity. It's about being stronger. It's about doing this together. So I appreciate the knowledge that you guys are sharing. The tech guys now, we're calling you now, or the nerdy guys, but you guys don't look nerd at all. You was amazing. You look great. And, you know, every single one of us, when we show up, it's all that love and connections, that friendships together. And I don't think you can find this kind of love and connections anywhere, right? And then Lynn, get to see Lynn, hug Lynn, and then just being there because we're looking forward to see each other a lot. Lynn, thank you so much for what you are doing. Thank you for the hugs that you gave me, and thank you for that love that you gave me and that compassion. I do really appreciate you, Lynn, and I can't wait for all of us meet each other again. And then I might go a little too long. I'm sorry. Cynthia Brown, seeing this, I didn't think that Cynthia Brown was about my shoulder, right? Chris always say, you know, Julie is a short little Asian boy, you know, like because of my hair was short. But you know what? Just seeing Cynthia right on my shoulder and just hug her, it was so fun. It was so fun. And then, as you know, my angel Sherry Dursaway, amazing, amazing, amazing. Lots of love. And she always asked me, is there anything I can help you? She always does. And she was a second mom to my daughter during the day of the event. I know Dr. Bill was there, Guzmender, every single one of you. I didn't want to leave anyone else, but I went too long, so I'm going to cut it short. Every single one of you. It was so lovely to meet you, and it was so lovely just to hug you. And I'm so looking forward to the next time we are all together because it's going to be amazing. And at that time, we all will have enough time so that we can have good sleeps, so that we can actually have a lot more fun together. So thank you so much, Ron and Lynn, for me to have this opportunity to share the experience over the week.
Great share, Julie. And you know what? You are glowing. It's true. Look at those cheeks. They're glowing. I think it's the unpassive glow from Wednesday. I hope it stays. It's really becoming on you. It looks great.
Yes, it is. May I say one more thing? Daryl Cook. Oh my God. He is a guy that was very calm, very collective, but every time when he says something, you got chills in you. I get an opportunity to reach out to him to say thank him very much, and we had a good conversation. If you talk to Derek Cook, tell him I love him. He is amazing. Thank you, Lynn.
You're quite welcome. It was a great time, great association with fellow leaders. It was bonding, time for bonding, right, Julie? And we can't wait to get together again. Thank you so much. So now I think is the time that we want to have people share. I know there's a lot of excitement and enthusiasm amongst the founders of our company. There are many of them here today, the loyal and engaged founders, and we want to make sure they have a time to talk about what they think about, what they thought about Wednesday, special moments, the highlights, what was important that happened there, their observations, what they think is coming up in the future, anything like that. It's open forum tonight. So we're going to begin with, let's start with Jeffrey, you spoke a little. Do you have something as a follow-up to this discussion, Jeffrey? It's a follow-up? Okay, so we'll have you speak next then. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
I just wanted to draw people's attention to the picture behind me to see the massivity of that building. That's the building. That's the Burj Khalifa building. And we're up in the top floor of that. That's all.
That's pretty dang impressive. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. All right, we have Tim Dillon. Come on down, Tim. I think I have to unmute him. Okay, I've asked you to unmute. Go ahead.
All right, there we go. I feel kind of out of place putting my hand up. But
why?
My goodness. I'm jealous.
You're learning.
I am so jealous. You guys had a great time. It's obvious. And I got in this back in May of 2020. So it's been a long time for me. And there weren't very many in at that point. And the incredible growth. Oh my goodness. At that time, we had 2 webinars a week. And then my friends and very, very decent people, they started doing webinars. And Marty, you know who I'm talking about because they got you into it. We owe much gratitude and praise to Viviana Rodriguez and Michael Horde, because until they started doing this, there weren't very many webinars. I only remember the 2 corporate ones, Tuesday and Thursday. All of a sudden, oh my goodness, how many webinars do we have now? And it was all because of the COVID that Mike and Viviana and Mr. Tom Guarino, who's passed away, unfortunately, they decided to do a webinar just so they could get together and talk about Unpassive. And you know, the next thing, it was Wednesdays, it was Saturday. And then Marty and Mike Ellis and Dan Street came on board, and webinar and Zooms just exploded across the globe. Unbelievable, the amount of growth. But I think we owe great appreciation to those 2 individuals that kind of were the spark that got this visual meeting together. It's incredible where it's taken us. None of us would know who the other is if it wasn't for this. You know, getting to meet face to face, that will be entirely wonderful. But we've gotten a chance to know one another through these Zooms and webinars as much as being face to face. Julie's a sister. Lynn's a sister. Marty's my big brother. I know if I do something wrong, he'll knock me on my ass. Yeah, sorry. But it's just the way I feel about it. This company has given us the right to dream like children. And we're on Starship Unpassive, going where nobody has gone before. Thank you.
Got that right. Thanks, Tim Dillon. Appreciate it. All righty. Mr. Eric, you want to unmute and speak to us, please. And I think you have to unmute everybody or take that lock off.
Yes, I'm asking them to unmute. Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to say, man, do I love On Passive. And
Yes,
am I
sir.
excited? I feel so privileged and so blessed to be part of this company. I love everybody on here. I can't wait till we can all get together. I'm a little bit jealous too. I'm glad you all got together, but I wanted to be there. I remember sitting here and I was thinking, I have a big screen TV, but it's not a smart TV, so I didn't have an app for YouTube. And I'm like, how am I going to get this on my big TV? I want to see it. I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to see it. So I streamed through Roku, and I did find a way to get it on YouTube, so I was able to watch that. And when those fountains started doing their lighting and taking off and everything, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And then the building lit up and On Passive splashed all over it, and I'm like, this is incredible. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything like that. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm so glad that, in November 2019, I ran into Arthur Gully, and everything since then has been On Passive for me. And I've met so many great people. It's just a privilege to really be part of this company. And I'm in more, and I appreciate all of you all. You've been good to me, and just want to spread some love out there. So thanks for letting me say my piece.
You're welcome. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate you. Come on down, Kathy Lee.
There we go. There we go. Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Well, Wednesday was, of course, all kinds of emotions in my home. We had Susan Hodge just come up from West Palm Beach, and which was nice to have another founder here. But my husband has been a founder as long as I have, but he's not engaged. And when he saw, and I had it on the big screen TV, and when he saw those buildings light up in Dubai, that was it. He said, I'm in. He said, what do I got to do? I said, sit down. Later, I said, sit down and I'll show you. I said, because now it's time for you to start doing your work. I said, I've been doing it all myself, but it was amazing. And so I started researching Dubai because he said, Dubai, why do they want to go to Dubai? And I said, because you don't understand, Bob. I said, he's a lot older than we are, guys. He's 90 years old. So God love him. And he doesn't look at it all, but I got to read this. I read this last night at Robbins, but I got to read it again because it aligns to what Dubai is doing. It aligns with us, with On Passive's On Passive's core beliefs about business, the business model. And it said that Dubai is at the forefront of the UAE's attempts to diversify the economy and reinvent itself as a global hub for tech and innovation. And when I saw that in this article that I found that I just passed on to Jeffrey today, I just said, wow. I said, wow. And then I was wondering, how tall is the Empire State Building? Because I thought that was the tallest building in the world. But I was just thrilled. And I am thrilled. And this morning I called Jeffrey and I said, Jeffrey, I've got this YouTube channel and I haven't been doing anything with it because I kind of shut it down when all the rules started coming out about don't say this and don't say that. And so we talked and we started working, and he told me a lot of things, and I'm going to start building. I started building it today, but I'm just really fired up and excited. And yeah, I'm a little jealous too. I mean, I love Boston. I lived there for 5 years, and that's why I said it had to like Boston because it's like one of the greatest little towns. It's like a little town, this city, and it's a great place to be. And it was nice to see all of you there. And Lynn, I never thought you were so short. But it was cute, and it was really nice just to see Ash so excited, and yeah, he's like a little kid, I guess. I don't know. So thank you. I'm so proud to be a founder.
All right, thank you very much. Oh, let's see, Nathaniel, unmute yourself. Come on. There you go. You got it.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
It's a good morning from PNG. Thank you, Ron and Lynn. You are always doing the good and the best for us as founders and for the company. We love and appreciate them. The event has taken the breath out of me. I'd never dreamt that I would be part of a company such as OnPassive or any other company for that matter at the global scale. What has happened has really blown up our imagination. It's unbelievably true, and we are so thankful that God has chosen someone like S. Mufari to take the lead in taking this innovative business to the world stage from its infant stage of from its concept stage to what we had experienced on Wednesday. I say my condos to all our leaders. You guys have done so well, especially for Mati and Red. Seeing you two taking the helm of the show on Wednesday, it gave us a lot of boost, and we see that the future is bright with you guys before us. We in Papua New Guinea, we are laid back, we are behind technology and everything else that is happening out there in the world, but OnPassive has taken us from the backstage and giving us the front stage in setting our office in Dubai. And we are so thrilled and we're thankful to S. Mufari. We are thankful to every one of you, our leaders there. Thank you for all the wisdom and thank you for everything that you help us to understand the business and come this far. We appreciate everything. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you.
You're muted, Ron.
And I had, anyways, we've had a great night. We've been out to the Midwest. We've been to South Florida, now Papua New Guinea. Now we're going to go to Singapore. Come on down, Tina. There you go. You got it.
Hello, world.
Hey.
All the beautiful, beautiful OnPassivians. The top. You know, when we were going, I was at the webinar when we were trying to figure out what name was it to choose for the event. Immediately when Ash said, the top, I love it. And then there it goes. I came up with my acronym. My friends call me the acronym diva. So the top means truly happy enablers. Trusting OnPassivians' purpose. And that's what we all are here, every one of us, every 1.25 million of us, we know OnPassive purpose. And I'm truly, truly blessed. I'm better composed today than I was yesterday. And I need to do this because I wouldn't be an OnPassivians if it's not for my beautiful soul sister, Della Seal. She's here somewhere. I love you, Della. Thank you very much for your relentless trying to get me on to OnPassive. And I actually joined on 15 June 2019. And when it was still small, but quiet, but boom, here we are today. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you so much, Ron, and the guy, Almighty Bruce back there, who's always here with Friday Night Live. I love Friday Night Live. And I must also say, Julie and Milo, I don't know whether it's Milo's here, but Julie, that door-stopping interview with Ash in person was phenomenal. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lynn and Ron, for having me here. I love you all. Thank you.
Great. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate
Love
it.
you, Tina.
All right. Let's keep it at a couple of minutes now if we can, because time's getting late. So let's go up to Canada for a few minutes. Come on down, William.
Hello, can you hear me?
No, go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you, Ron. I'm very thankful I got in here. Being in the hospital for 2.5 months, I built a team in the hospital, so I'm very privileged to do that. And I bought a position for the church, which I sent the video that Chris had on Facebook about uplifting humanity. And so when Old Blast comes out, I'm certain with the people there that we're going to have some amazing things go on with that product itself. I'm very thankful to be in this presence of everybody here. So hugging everybody will be amazing. Plus, watch out, Marty. Chris is after you because he wants to kiss you. I hope you don't mind.
All right. Thank you, William.
Thank you for everything.
All right, bud. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, Chris is our kissing book. So watch out. All right, let's go to the Godfather, Mr. Arthur Gully. Arthur, where are you from?
I'm from Alabama.
Alabama. Okay, we're going to Roll Tide. Go ahead.
Yeah, right here south of Montgomery, about an hour.
All right.
And Huntsville, not too far from there. Well, I'm excited, and thank you all for allowing me to speak. When Ash was saying about the top, I didn't have a clue what he meant about the top, but because of what Ash is and what he say, and I pay a lot of attention to what he says. I knew it had to be something big, and at the top had to be at the top. And then when I found out about Dubai, I don't know that much about Dubai, but I'm learning a lot about it now. And no company, we are the first company to be at the top in the largest building in the world, and at the top, on the top floors, 134 and 151. That tells me something. But I want to tell you something that you're probably going to laugh about it, because I did. And I won't call no name because I'm also a mentor, and I have a person that is a founder, not on my team or anything, but connected to me when I mentioned that I was a mentor. And this is so exciting that she was actually literally looking for on passive in the sky. As said, you're gonna see on passive from the sky. And we laughed about it because she was out there looking for on passive in the sky. And that I thought it was so funny. But in reality, what we have here is the biggest explosion, and it's not over yet. It's almost like an atomic bomb just went off. All over the world. And I am so excited about being a part of something that's going to be, we already started the history. I am a part of the history, and I'll be building a legacy for my family and also for my community. And we are all in the best place that we can ever be. Even if some of the people don't come in as founders, they're going to benefit as well, because Mr. Ash Mafari has brought every one of us, given us a chance that no one else, no other company has ever offered, to take us along with a vision that would take everyone along to have a better life for the community, for humanity, because that's the key to the whole thing. Oh, bless and humanity. No other company is allowing that in the structure, business structure. It's all about greed, and we are not greed. Our passive is not greed. Mr. Ashmafar is not greed. So we all following the mission that will change the world. We are the correction to the corruption. And I appreciate Ash for allowing us all this opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
You're welcome. We're 100% behind you there. Real quick, before we go to our next speaker, just a reminder that Julie and Milo will have a show tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And the title is To Be Behind the Scenes in Boston, Hyderabad, and Dubai. So I'm sure it'll be a great show. So make sure everybody tunes into that. So let's see. We went from Alabama. Let's go back to Canada and see Miss Sandra. Miss Sandra, share with us.
Sorry, I was dreaming. I was sleeping on the job. Okay, you can unmute now, Sandra.
Okay. Hi, everyone. With everyone that spoke tonight, make me so excited, right? It's so good to be a founder. And with the event, it was so calm, everybody just waiting. And then from the water, you see it start to rise. And just to see it rise and then all the building light up in Dubai, it was so sweet, right? So I really enjoyed that part. So, and as Chris keeps saying, we don't have no reason to look down. We just have to look up now, right? And it's so great to be a founder and to be here. So thank you. Thanks, Mr. Ash, for all you're doing for us. And Lynn and Ron, it's so nice to be able to speak tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra, very much. We appreciate you. Oh man, we are doing. It's too bad we didn't get Sky Miles for where we all over the world tonight. So let's go back to South Florida and let Mr. Mighty Ernstein speak. Okay, that was enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you. I'm not a man of many words, but hopefully they make sense. I was thinking about something, when I was in network marketing, the doors kept closing. And, there's an old expression that says when one door closes, another opens. Well, with on passive, and I've said this many times before in other places, when one door closes, I don't believe another one opens. I think that God tears the walls down, and it's for you to see the possibilities that you have. And ashes come from that place of the door closing and Him tearing down the walls so that we could see what we have here. I'm so excited about what happened on Wednesday. And I know that for a long time, from what I hear the way Ash speaks, my father once said, I asked him once about my grandfather, what was he like? And he said, the most important thing you should remember about your grandfather is that he always said to always look for the good in people. And when Ash said that same exact thing one day, I knew he and I resonated. And I really believe I should resonate with him. And I'm grateful what he did. I'll tell you what, seeing that when we have a bless and we're not doing anything with it yet, he took the initiative himself because like he wants to feed the homeless, he wants to do it now. And that's what he did. And that's what we could see him doing already. He doesn't wait for things to happen. He makes things happen. He's a beer and he's a doer. And he really believes that all things are possible. And I think that's what I believe too, that all things are possible. And all I have to do is believe that. when I started out in that it was in fall apart. So I choose to have utter belief that Ash is doing exactly what he meant. I kept thinking, this is an old movie called, I forget the name of the movie, Jim Cagney. The last scene of it, he's up on top of a building and he's getting chased and he's going to be killed. And he goes, top of the world, Mom. And he shoots the building and it blows up. We blow up in a positive way, though. But we are top of the world, and the world is exploding beyond where this building that we're going into, 134th and 151st floors, it's going to be nothing in the end because there's going to be so many other things that will happen. I kept thinking about Elon Musk and kept thinking about his connection with Elon Musk. I kept thinking that one day we're going to see Unpassive on the side of a rocket ship going up to put satellites all over. There's all things are possible with us. All things are possible with no families, and all things are possible with each other. I got the honor and privilege of meeting with Ron when I went up to Orlando, and that was a wonderful thing to get to know him better. And I look forward to seeing that. And I got to hug him and be in a meeting with her and with Judy and a bunch of other people. And I'm honored to be a part of a family that's going to change and save lives and change this world and make it a better place. So that's my short 3 minutes for today. I love you all. Namaste.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you very much. We love you too, man. You know, I got a chance to talk with Chris at the dinner on Saturday or Wednesday night, and we were talking about the crowdfunding program and stuff. And I said, you know, you watch TV and it says for 19 cents a day, you can feed and do all these things for the kids of over in Africa and things. And I'm thinking, I look at Chris, I says, you know, there's 1.25 million of us. If everybody put in $1, okay, $1 from each of us, you know, that's $1.25 million that we could help put water and food and clothes on these kids. Okay, so keep that in your back of the mind. We could do a campaign, okay, for the kids of Africa or whatever you want to title it. And we don't have to worry about it because 100% of the funds are going to go to that cause. Okay, not anything else. Unpassive doesn't make the money. The founders don't make any money. And trust me, I'll give it up. Okay, because it's heartbreaking seeing this every day of the week. So we're going to share that that's going to happen.
And you know, we have 1.25 or so million of us now, but in the near future, we'll have many, many more than that. And just think about it, as the apples come, we'll have more ability to help, you know, more than $1. Probably $1 will be a drop in the bucket. It'll be like a penny to us, or maybe less.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
we'll be able to do so much. Right.
You know, even if you did 50 cents, okay, that's still hundreds of thousands of dollars that will go to these causes. So, all right, Miss Lan, I'm going to go back to Bangladesh and let
Engineer
Mr.
Shushanta.
Thank you very much. And then we'll turn it back to you. Go ahead.
All right. Hi, Engineer Shushanta. You can unmute.
Hi.
There you
Hi.
go. Hello, how are you?
Hello, hi. I'm fine. Thank you, Lynn. Hi, all the panelists and all the Unpassivians. It's a good morning from Bangladesh. Really, indeed, it's a great pleasure to be the witness of the top. Actually, top means tough. Before the top, we were in dark, we were in thrill, what is gonna to happen on 30th March. But it was an incredible program great event. We are really, really excited. Just be the witness of the top. It proves that whatever Ash speaks, he shows more than what he is telling to us. That is, being a on-Pacifians, what we are thinking, what we are going to have, actually that is beyond our imagination. We couldn't believe actually what we are seeing on the top, the tallest building in the world, even the on-passive yet not in the public. Before that, we are really in the top. We are our office in the tallest building in the world. We couldn't believe. Whenever we are seeing the program, actually we couldn't stop our tears. How credible company. We are really, really proud to be an on-Pacifian. We are really honored that we got some invitations to be the witness physically in Hyderabad office, but it was very unfortunate. Those who were selected hadn't visa, but many of us we had the visa, but we didn't. We don't know how they were selected who hadn't the visa. We are really, if any of us would be in Hyderabad office to be the witnessed physically, that was incredible. We are really, really excited. We are really fired up. And the other thing is that the gesture and the generosity of Ash we saw on that day. Oh my God, a CEO, a person, how can be like that? We are really, really salute to Ash and the leaders we saw that day. We are really amazing. We are really, really excited and fired up. And one thing is that the next day, 50 founders just registered in a day on the next day of that mega event. So we are expecting before launching our foundership, our number of founders will be double of the present numbers. I'm feeling so happy. I'm really, really grateful to Almighty and Ash and all the on Pacifians. It's a great, great platform. We are just in it. Thank you. Thank you so much, all the panelists. Thank you. Over to Lynn.
Thank you, Engineer Shushanta. I'm excited too, and so is Ron. We're both more than excited, actually. Thank you for sharing. All right. Who do we have next? We've got Momoru. Momoru, come on down.
No, I think you.
Oh, did I miss somebody?
William Morris, North Carolina. You lost him when you brought Momu back.
Oh, really? Did I? Okay, let me find him then. I didn't see his hand up.
Okay, well, let me wait. Yeah, let me wait.
Thank you. Let me find William. Okay, I see him. He raised his hand again. Hi, William.
Oh.
Did I?
How's everybody?
Where are you?
On there.
Can you raise your hand so I can see you? Try raising your hand again.
He's on there, Lynn. Go ahead, William.
Oh, go ahead. I just want to spotlight him. Go ahead. I'll find you.
Thanks, Ron Lynn. Yeah, I just wanted to chime in a little bit and say, I think Marty and Red did a fantastic job maneuvering things around and keeping everything in the right channels. They did a fantastic job, and all the people that were there, my hat's off to you, because you really represented the founders in a fantastic way. Just appreciate everything y'all did. And I was kind of blown away with a lot of things that I saw going on. But I guess the biggest thing that, the biggest impact that I felt the other day was the fact that Ash is already cranked up Obelisk and doing things that we didn't know anything about. I just that just kind of kind of hit my heart really hard, and I just that's where my heart's at. I mean, I love On Passive. I love every part of it, but I really think that I can help Widow Blessing. That's what I want to do. It's a fantastic show, and I appreciate everything y'all doing.
Thank you, William. Oh, Bless is going to be the bomb. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Totally agree with you. Thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Mhm. Next, we have Momodu. Hi, Momodu.
Yeah, Miss Lynn.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Lynn. How are you, Mr.
I'm
Ron, and
great.
everybody? I just want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for what you people have been doing for us, you know. And for Mr. Ash, I just want to thank him because I've been believing him since the day I became a founder of this company 2 years ago. So, and I also witnessed, the 30th is genius. You know, everything about him is genius in terms of marketing, in terms of creation, and everything. So, I just want to use this opportunity to thank him for, first of all, thinking about us, people like me. And you all can see, yes, I have a job, but this job is not secure for me. So that's why when I become a founder of this opportunity, I'm so thankful, and I always try, even though I'm working, but I make sure to join any webinar so I will get more knowledge. So, and I'm very, very grateful for what I've gained. And all that came from you, organizers. I'm very thankful, and I'm thanking all the tech team, the leadership council. That's the only thing I have. I don't have nothing to say because I am a visionary, and only a visionary will believe. So if you are a visionary, you don't have nothing but believe, and I am one. So I have no doubt. Thank you very much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay? God
Thank you,
bless you.
Momodu. We know you're a visionary. You work long hours, and even at work, you'll slip into a webinar and try to share your thoughts. So you're remarkable. You're very engaged, and I give you a lot of credit. Thank you so much for your dedication. You're welcome.
Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. Next up, we have, let's see, Viviana. Hi, Viviana. How are you? Come on down.
Oops. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you quite well.
Gosh, I am jealous. You guys look like you were a bunch of kids in a candy store. Let me tell you. How exciting was that?
We were big kids, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just going to mention that back when we started the webinars, as Tim mentioned, there wasn't any webinars. It was just some recording of Ash talking about the opportunity. And then when we started doing the webinars, and we invited Mike, Marty, and Dan, and people just started coming together, and it just warms my heart to see how big this has gotten, and how huge, how global. What a beautiful global family that we have, and what a great. I mean, the dream has definitely come true, and I'm so excited. I like a lot of us, we can't sleep at night. I mean, I just can't wait until I just can't wait. It's really happening, and to think that our future is going to change in such a positive way, and we'll be able to change the world. We'll be able to make a huge positive impact on the world is just so exciting. So exciting. So, and I did want to mention that I just last month I had my 2-year anniversary with On Passive. So,
yay, Viviana, 2 years.
I'm such a proud and happy person.
I know, and just think about it. 2 years ago, there wasn't much to On Passive, right? very,
no.
very little, but
Yeah.
you saw what
Saw the vision.
passive. Yeah, you saw the
Yeah.
vision, and you've
Mhm.
stayed the course for 2 years. You've stayed the course, never wavering. So
I
you're
can't wait
true.
to see what happens next.
I
I'm
know.
just
It's been such an exciting journey, huh? This journey has been remarkable.
Well,
And that's
I remember back then when Ash used to say, just sit back and enjoy the journey. And it's true. I mean, if you saw the vision and just kind of, stayed calm, it's just been one surprise after another, so it's been good. It's been a good journey.
beautiful journey.
Hmm.
And we want to hold on to those memories and
Oh
talk
yeah,
about
definitely.
them. When this company launches and does great things, oh my gosh, we'll want to
And I-
reminisce.
And I can't wait to hug all of you.
Yeah,
Hug
for
all of you
sure.
and kiss you.
I know we're gonna probably have a lot of get-togethers. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm game.
A lot. What? Oh,
But
he
I'm
said.
game.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking cruises would be good too because then we can really mingle if we're on a cruise. I'm looking forward to that. As long as COVID is okay, you know what I'm saying? That would be fun. Getting together and meeting. That's going to be epic for everyone because we feel like we know each other through these webinars. So it's
Mhm.
it'll be so comfortable to me. It'll be great.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. I'm sitting here going, gosh, they get to hug Ash.
He is such a good hugger too. He's a good hugger. And
I'll get my turn. I'll get my
you
turn.
will. You can get 2 hugs. Tell him
Okay.
it's been too long, so I get double hugs.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate you being here. All right. Next we have Veronica Wayang from Papua New Guinea. Good to see you here, Veronica. Wait, there we go. You can unmute.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, Wednesday was Thursday, midnight, Wednesday midnight for us in PNG. So when the program got off to a great start with Ash showing his heart with the obelisk and just watching him in Hyderabad doing what obelisk will do. That really touched our hearts. I think just like everyone in the room, we all had tears just watching it come to true. I mean, Oblast is our signature product. I mean, that really underlines the heart of this man, Ash Mutara. He's a genius. He's what Mike Ellis always says, the brain trust of On Passive. That's got this huge company going, and he shared this opportunity with a whole lot of us. And then we moved to Dubai. I mean, my mouth just dropped. I was just blown. I couldn't believe when I saw the screen. I went to Dubai in 2016, and I was checked into the Amani Hotel in Burj Khalifa. And that place, that building is just, it's something else. When you're standing there in the front reception, you look up, it just seems like it never ends. The floors just go up into the sky. Ash said, I'll see you at the top. Oh, wow. I mean, it was just unbelievable. It was 2:00 in the morning in Papua New Guinea. I wanted to scream, but then if I did, I would wake up everybody in the compound. So I was gritting my teeth. I went, oh, I can't believe this is it. Oh my God, it was just unbelievable. Ash is just amazing. He's an amazing individual. Someone with a heart like that, 1.2 million plus founders and counting every day. Remember in 2020, he said, one of the videos he did, he said he would love to see 1 million Mother Teresa's around the world. It's a done deal. It's a done deal.
Indeed.
Look at 1.2 million plus founders around the world. Everybody will be going out doing what Ash wants to do. Oh man, there's so much love for this man. You know, Ash Mufari is just somebody. I mean, I don't know how to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation for this man. Really, truly.
It's hard to describe because he's so amazing. You know what I'm saying? You know, words are not enough to describe Ash Mufara.
No. And to think that we have an office up on the 151st floor, I mean, that's literally operating up in the clouds. Wow.
That's what he said, right? When you look out the window, the clouds are below you. That's how high this floor is.
Yeah, I've seen some videos. Where on some days when it's cloudy, that top part of the building is just up in the clouds, and you can't look down and you can't see anything below that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Remarkable.
Amazing. And the team in Dubai, they pulled it off. I mean, I got to give credit to Mohammed Kamal and the team in Dubai. Fantastic job. But what would we do without Marty and Red? I mean, they held the spot.
They did so well. They did really well. Give them a hand. Everybody give them a hand. They did so good. They did really well for On Passive.
They held everyone together. Marty, godfather of PNG. Hey, everyone is saying now you're godfather of On Passive. That's what we gave you. We don't like that when everybody else speaks our name to you. So we named you that. It's not right. They should ask permission for us first. You know, use his rights, huh? Anyway,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Thank you, everyone. I mean, so much love. Thank you. I'm so privileged. I'm so proud to be a founder, and I'm so glad I've connected with all of you in this community of founders right around the world. And I thank Marty. Without him, Team PNG would not be in this business, and we would not have come to know you. So Marty, thank you, and thank you, David Bakau, and our late sister Susan Bakau. Thank you so much.
Thank you to Marty.
We haven't come down.
Marty, you there? Marty, you there? Where are you, Marty?
I'm here.
Did you hear? You heard what she said?
I did. I heard her. Thank you, Veronica. Veronica's my sister. I love popping together.
She's grateful to you. PNG is grateful to you. Changing so many lives, right, Veronica?
Veronica, you did all the work. Trust me. Veronica's got a huge team. You did a fantastic job. I planted a seed, and you guys tilled the land and planted many seeds. So great job, all of you. I mean that. I'm glad.
Books are going to be written, Veronica, books are going to be written about PNG and how lives were changed there. The entire country.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
The whole fabric of life, you know, social, economic, everything. It's going to be massive change.
Yeah, when I shared it with David, they ran with it. I mean, they ran with it. Many people did. Veronica and other people, they just shared it. And at the worst time with the pandemic, they still did very, very well. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Veronica. Wow.
I'm so privileged to be part of this journey, and it just keeps getting better and better. I mean, every time now when Ash says something, you just got to watch what he says and read between the lines. I think. I mean, I still can't get over it. It still blows my mind. Thank you.
And think about how we just know this much of what's really going on, right, Veronica? That blows my mind because our minds are blown just knowing this much of the whole picture. So watch out. Let's see what's coming up. Thank you. Oh, what happened? Go ahead and speak. I didn't mean to mute you. Go ahead, Veronica.
I was going to say thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
And thank you, Ron and Lynn.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Okay, now we have Listra. Hi, Listra. How are ya? How's your
Good.
allergies today, sweetie?
Oh, it's good. I'm doing good. I'm just very, very tired and sleepy because I only had 3 hours last night. I couldn't get back to sleep after I got up. So that's the reason I'm not on camera. My eyes are all blurry and so on. But anyway, I thought I would leave, early, but this webinar has been awesome. It's been so good. I could not leave. So I'm sitting here enjoying everything. And I just wanted to, to touch on what Tim said. And it's so true. Had it not been for the webinars, I wouldn't know you guys. I wouldn't know anyone. And I love everybody. I mean, from around the world, and yes, I wish I was with you guys. I'm not jealous. I was happy for every one of you. You deserve to be there. I was not jealous. I was just so happy for you all, seeing everyone there. And Ash, the way he was, I mean, I actually saw him jumping like a kid. He just needed a skipping rope. He was just going. That was amazing just to see him. We've all heard what a regular guy he is. We've heard that over and over, but seeing him brought that home to me. What a big heart he has. That just blew me away. He treated everyone equal to himself. He's not above. And I thought that was so awesome. And I put Dubai on my bucket list on Chris's post. I put it on there because you know what? I don't like long flights, but to see that place, I will endure one day. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. And I did thank Red and Marty for the great job they did on YouTube, but I didn't say it here in person. Marty and Red, wherever you are, thank you guys so much. You did an amazing job holding down everything that you did. And I know it was stressful. I could see it. I sat there looking on my big screen and I'm thinking, oh, those guys, but you guys held it together. And that was awesome. Really, really incredible. And that video with Oh Bless, I looked at it. It breaks my heart, but I was blessed to see all the food and everything that was being distributed to these people. It was so great. And to think that we are going to be doing more. Chris, Angel Liz, come on. That was amazing.
This is just the beginning, Listra.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh.
And John White, thank you for calling me out. I love you. You're an amazing man. I love to hear you speak. I just love it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lynn and Ron, for
You're
this.
welcome. I have to tell you that when Cynthia was in Boston with me, she would whisper to me, I can't wait to see Listra's expression and response when she finds out I'm here, because she didn't tell you that she was going, did she?
I know. I asked her, I said, how could you keep that a secret from me? I'm supposed to be your best friend, you tell me all the time, and you kept a secret from me. But I understood you're not supposed to talk about things that's happening. No problem there. I understood, but I was so pleased for her. She needed that break away. She needed that. And I felt really, really happy to see her there. Honest to God.
And she was such a joy. She was such a joy to be with.
She's a crazy person. I called her the crazy lady. She's nuts.
We loved her. She's fun. She's happy all the time and just wonderful gal.
We have calls all the time. I tell her, I call her the crazy lady, and I say, you're just nuts. She is, but I love her. I love her.
And Ash is very fond of her.
Oh, I saw
you know?
that.
Yeah,
And
you can see.
she loves him. She just loves him. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. Anyway, I won't
All right.
stay any longer.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much.
Love that you spoke today. Thank you. Good to see you here. Talk to you
Thank
later.
Yes.
All right. Who is next? We have Janet Butler. How are you, Janet? Good to see you here.
Hi. There we go. Okay. Hi, everyone. So I just wanted to pop on here and give a little bit of my feedback on the event. So happy to be here, and it was great listening to all of you guys here tonight. Really enjoyed it. So for me, the building is absolutely impressive. The light show, etc., etc. Very, very, very impressive. But the most powerful and most impactful thing that I got out of the event on Wednesday was, I thought it very obviously apropos that Ash started with "Oh Bless" and showed us that, you know, the motion is moving and "Oh Bless" is already working, right? Absolutely great way to showcase that. And then when he went to the live event and the fountain started, I just, it's so symbolic of him, of Ash, and showing exactly who he is as a person and what his intentions are for Passive. Completely symbolic, and I was utterly speechless, impressed, floored by the fact that the music playing to that fountain was the Baba Yetu. All right. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Ash put God in front of the business. And the way I look at it is, it was like, here you go. I've done this for you. Yes, he's done this for the founders. Yes, he's done this for humanity. But by him opening the event of the launch with that song and those words, it's like, you know, he did this for God. And Ash has made many sacrifices. He's made sacrifices in his personal life. But he gave all the glory to God. He gave all the glory to God. That's all I have to say. Thanks.
Thanks, Janet. And
real quick too.
Oh Bless is close to your heart, right, Janet? That's the main product for you. That's what I heard. What do you think Oh Bless is going to do for the world?
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Oh Bless is going to do exactly what God intends for it to do. Our Creator's in charge, and you know what? We're not here to put our desires first. We're not here to push the cart. We're here to serve and lead. And you know what? What Oh Bless needs to be done is going to be shown to us. It's going to manifest itself, and and if we humble our hearts, which I know many founders here do, we're going to be led. All we have to do is show up and serve, and we'll be led to do what needs to be done. He's already put his hands out, and he's already put it to God to make it happen. We just got to listen and follow.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I always say that This is happening by design. Ash Mufarah is CEO of On Passive by design, and it makes me feel very comfortable and peaceful that everything is going to go well. Everything will turn out fine, Janet. That's how I feel.
Yep, it will.
Yeah.
It will.
Thank you so much for speaking with us today. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right. We have Mary Carroll, who is from Papua New Guinea, here to speak with us today. Good to see you here, Mary.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you quite well.
Okay. Good afternoon, Lynn and Ron, and thank you for inviting me up here to speak. I was present on Wednesday, let's say early morning on Thursday on the webinar, and I was invited up by Marty to speak. I was so honored to be in that webinar.
Mary, there's a lot of background noise that's competing with you.
Albert, please.
We want to hear what you're saying.
Sorry, it's National Rugby League in Australia, and a lot of us Papua New Guineans tune in. So that was my dear husband with his volume up. Really sorry to everyone. Please
we just want to hear what you have to say. You know, that's important. Go ahead.
Okay. And as I was saying, it was just so honorable and a great privilege for me to speak on that session, mega event, with Ash there listening and waving, acknowledging what was being said. What a great man. And I will reiterate what I said that evening. Ash is truly God sent, because God knows that the world needs someone with a very, very open and humbling heart for humanity, to lift humanity. And when you remember, and my leader, Veronica, touched on this, he spoke about the 1 million Mother Teresas. That's an indication what his heart is like. He wants all of us, if not most of us, majority of us, to take that line. And here in Papua New Guinea, I am very, very certain that we will emulate that because of many of the conditions that our people live in. And I'm also certain that right across the world, there will be better things happening. Having said that, I was very proud, envious, but proud to see all of you there. You really deserve to be there, each and every one of you, from the tech teams to you, Lynn, Ron, Julian, Milo, Chris, Johnson, and the whole heap of you. Why I say this is because many of us are not tech savvy, but when the webinar started picking up momentum, we were actually being taught as to what was on Ash Mufarah's mind, how you were translating it, breaking it down for us to understand as lay people. And so it was becoming more and more interesting as we led up to this mega event. And with his slogan, the top, see you at the top, where your ears will pop, many of us had no idea. But when we saw the building that evening, that morning, we then understood. We are going to the very top. And it is the very top building, the highest skyscraper in the world. So us as on-passivians are so honored and privileged to be a part of his movement. And with that, I'd like to thank each and every one of you that were there and that are still on here, still continuing to bring the world to us or us to the world. And it is an honor, true honor to be speaking to you on this stage. To Marty Digamo, yes, I support what Veronica said. You are our godfather, but nevertheless, we will share you with the world and you can be on Passive's godfather, that's fine. On that occasion, you rose, even though we had a few moments of delay. We were all anxious to see what was going to happen next. You did a great job, Marty. Congratulations. And to Red Redfern, from a chef to a commentator, what a wonderful job. He kept us going as well, kept us together. So congratulations to all you that worked on that evening. Thank you so much. And thank you again, Lynn and Ron. You're doing a wonderful job. Great, absolutely great. May God continue to bless you all.
Love from both of us. That's a I love you sign.
Okay, love you too.
Thank you, Mary.
Love you too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you too. All right, next we have Richard Lamar. Let me bring him down to the panel and then unmute, please.
There we go. There we go. Love
How
y'all.
are you?
Love all of you from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for Friday Night Live.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
I love y'all. I love y'all.
Love you too.
As I've been saying since the beginning, oh bless, it's happened. We're seeing the food and the water being spread all over the place. That was my dream, and it's happening before it even launches to the public. Nice building, I agree. Beautiful this and beautiful that, but oh bless is all I really, really cared about, seeing that oh bless started. And Ash Mufara has given me my dream. It started, and Chris Johnson, I joined him when his angels, but nothing happened. But Ash made sure that it happened somewhere else. And I thank all of you for being such beautiful, kind-hearted, God-given hearts full of love all over the world. Thank you for being with us. And I love y'all. Big kiss and hug to all of you.
We love you too, Richard. You're so huggable and lovable. You're so special. You're special to us. Thank you, Richard. Who's next? We got Rupa. Hi, Rupa. How are you?
Just crazy. I am very, very, very fine.
Yay.
Hello, Jeffrey style. Hello. Hello, respected my family members. I am very happy. I feel we are very happy with my lovely CEO. Thank you so much, Lynn. I like it so much. I can't imagine getting so much in life with 9,000 rupees here, and everyone who has gone there, my good family members, I feel so sincere with them. We have to accept that there is a method. That things is not in my head. Burj Khalifa building. We are its founder. Oh my God, I can't imagine. Just I can't imagine. Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you.
You're welcome, Rupa. You're such a like a ray of sunshine. That's what I think of you as. Whenever you appear, people smile. You have such joy in your heart and you make everyone happy. That's what I think of you, Rupa. And you're everywhere. You share yourself with so many people. You're special. We love you, Rupa. Thank you so much. All right, who we have next? Oh, I think we've gone through our hands. Is there anybody else? Let's see. Let's go back to Marty and Jeff and the tech team to see if anybody has anything to say from our speakers today before we wind up, or wind down, I should say, before we wind down. Marty, Jeffrey, Collins, Vincent, Bob, Oliver.
Bob is here.
All right, go for it.
I just overall satisfaction, gratification for what transpired. One thing that I did not mention was speaking with Ash Mufara and interacting with him. It just seems like everything that comes out of his mouth is important. I just felt like maybe I should have a recorder with me when he's speaking. Even when he makes a joke, everything, the guy is so brilliant that everything that comes out of him is worthy to be noted, to be written down for reference. That's just what I wanted to add. But it was just beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful weekend, midweek day, beautiful launch of the world's greatest company. And we'll just wait and see what unfolds in the next few days. The next big deal is what we're waiting for. And I think it's going to be, we're in for a good ride. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you. And as he said, there's more to come. There's going to be bombs and bombs and bombs periodically. So we keep getting excited and wondering what's going to happen. So that's what's exciting about Ash Mufara. He's a marketing genius, and we're going to enjoy every moment of this journey. That's what I think. Thank you, Bob. All right, we have Jeffrey. Jeffrey Morla, come on down.
Hey there. You know what, Bob, you just reminded me of something. And by the way, you tech guys, man, it was great spending some time with you. It was like family. I mean, it was fantastic. You reminded me in talking with Ash, we need to remember that he has said so many times, or actually I've said it, I guess, in videos where we kind of turn the whole thing upside down as far as the business model and how we do business and all of that. Well, it's no different concerning OnPassive and all the conventional businesses, how he rolled things out. So I'm just reminding you that you're not going to hear about most of this stuff until it's done. When it's done, he's going to show you. And secondarily, you may not know, so Ash had a professional video that was done of that laser light show from surrounding rooftops, and it'll be out, should be out in a day or two. So when you get that, you're going to be blown away, because even what we saw through the webinar really didn't do it justice. You hear him talk about this and it's like, wow.
Exactly. Anybody else want to say, is there anybody else that wants to speak before we wrap up? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah.
I see. Who is that? Collins?
Yeah.
Okay, come on down. Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, Lynn. Just to listen to what everyone have said is really, really touching. But one of the remarks I wanted to make, which I forgot, was the gift and the car that was given to the employee, to all those in Hyderabad. So when you look at what Ash is doing, he treats all the employees not as a master and those who work under him, because there's the bossy nature, especially when it comes to the corporate world. But he treats them as brothers, as family. Because I've never seen a company where gifts are given. The entire life I've worked in IT industry, they always promise you sign the contract and you get in, and that is it. Sometimes you even cry for pay rise and there's nothing until you get a new job. You decide to fed up and you say, you know what, I'm gone. that's when they'll think about you and say, okay, come, let's look, let's review you, let's give you the value. But if you look at the way Ash is doing, honestly, I said, if I wasn't a founder, I would love to work for OnPassive. I've never seen that in my life. And I just want to thank Ash, the way he treats all the employees. That is the way they do it. And honestly, I'm really proud of Ash and all those who work for OnPassive. Thank you.
Hi, Gladys. How are you, Gladys?
Hi, Lynn and Ron. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. I wasn't going to speak, but since you opened the floor, I can also say something. Oh, Bless is really at the center of my heart, and I know of so many founders' hearts. What happened in India, if we can replicate it in different parts of the world, that will be too many lives changed. But we cannot outdo changing lives because there are so many people hiding outside there, so many people sleeping hungry, no food to eat, children not able to go to school. So I'm really looking forward. There's one thing that I've recently been asking myself when I look back what happened in 2020, when the pandemic hit the world. Everything shut down. Businesses shut down, schools shut down. Literally, people were suffering, not having enough to eat. But what happened with OnPassive? That keeps me asking myself, what is this special with this business? That's when OnPassive started growing, increasing, founders started coming in. So when everything else was shutting down, only the hospitals were really opened and functioning well because people were sick, were flowing in. As OnPassive, a business AI created with love was growing and blossoming. That makes me believe OnPassive was meant for such a time as this, and Ash was meant for this. And so when looking back, everything that has happened, what happened on Wednesday was just to put the seal and the rubber stamp that this is it. The naysayers, since Wednesday, actually from Tuesday night, some of them were worried that they will be locked out because they saw the flyers on Facebook. We had them on our stories. So 2 did reach out to me on Tuesday wanting to register. I told them no, because I'm getting ready for the event tomorrow. So I asked them to talk to me after Wednesday. So this is a special opportunity that we really need for the short time that we have. Those people that we care about, since we have grown so fast, within a short time, 3 years is very short for us to be as many as we are, just through word of mouth. No commercial had been done yet. What will happen now after what happened in Dubai and the whole event, only God knows. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ash, and God bless Ash and his family. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful sharing, Gladys. Awesome. There's a thumbs up from Ron Hulbert right there. Big thumbs up. How do you do that? You put it by the camera. There we go. I got it. I know how to do that now. Thank you, Gladys. Who do we have next? We've got Tina from Singapore.
Thank you, Gladys, my sister Gladys. Beautiful words, but I just would like to keep it short. Just understand that Ash has given all of us the gift of the light, and it's up to us now to shine that light on everybody else. That's what I wanted to say. And of course, Chris Angel. Ash said, we got a lot of work to do. Oh my God. So let's do it.
That's right.
Let's shine the light, everyone. Thank you.
Keep going. We can all do it. Make change happen in the world. We're going to do it. It's on Passive and Founders for You. Thank you, Tina. Next, we have Helene Tarla. How are you, Helene?
I'm doing well. Good evening, Lynn. Good evening, Ron. Thank you for the opportunity to talk this evening. I've enjoyed every speaker. I was at work. I just got home now, so I had my camera off. I couldn't speak before now. And thank you, Lynn, for extending the time so I can say something too. You know, this unpassive Ash has created a movement that has, God has chosen, selected people with hearts. Because when you listen to everybody, we are having the same dream. We have the same objective to help humanity. Most of us have been doing it on a small scale because of lack of finances. We've not been able to do anything significant to touch a lot of people. And this is it. Ash brings it to us on a silver platter. You know, that Wednesday, I am still in a trance. I was in a trance. I couldn't believe that truly my family has been selected to be in unpassive, and we will be able to do what we started doing as a small family, trying to help those around us with the limited resources. Now we can do it on large scale. We now know so many people all over the world. We now in important places like Dubai. Ash says he will make every founder known in the world. You know, that is a big, big thing. I can't believe I'm part of it, but I am part of it. And since then, I've been thinking of the different projects that were in my head. I said, really, this is it. I called some of my friends. I said, we are going to do these things. All the widows, all the orphans, we're going to help our families, because we come from Africa where there's so much need for help. A lot of people are lacking. So I'm so happy that this is happening to us. And on that Wednesday, I was so happy for you guys that you were able to meet Ash in person and touch him. He's a special person, the most important person in the world, you know, and you people were able to be with him, dine with him, share with him. That was so good. I was so happy seeing you guys. I thank you, thank God. Thank you for letting me speak. People, they have talked so much. I don't want to drag on. We'll talk some other time, you know. Thank
No
you.
problem. That was beautiful, Helene. Thank you for sharing. That was wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Lynn. Hey, following up on what Colin was talking about, the giveaways. Okay. It's a wonderful thing what Ash is doing for the employees. He is paying them well. He is taking care of them, and he has rewards for them. I was asked by someone, why did he include that in this mega event? And I had to step back and think about it. But this isn't just about changing humanity. It's also about changing the corporate world. He is showing the rest of the corporations how they should behave and treat their employees so that they can be a unicorn. It's just, that was just my thought. But the more I think about it, if you have people who want to work for you, and they won't leave you. You build a foundation of granite. It is so powerful. And I think Ash is not only trying to change humanity, but he's trying to change the structure of the way corporate, and I say this quote, America, because I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but I know it's not done right. He wants to make it right. He wants the change to happen and the corruption to stop. It's not about me. It's about we. And that's why these Zooms, these webinars, these visual meetings are so important to this company. And that's why they exploded after Viviana and Mike Horde got them started. Marty saw it. Dan Street saw it. So did Mike Ellis. And they blew it out of the water. Now we're on this spaceship on passive, boldly going where no one has gone before, and we're leaving everybody else behind. They're going to have to change to catch up. So it's going to benefit everyone, everywhere, in various ways. Come on, people. We're a family. I might not be able to reach through that screen and give you a hug, but I want to. This is such a beautiful company to be part of. God bless. Enjoy.
Thank you for that beautiful share. Awesome, Tim. Hi, Listra.
One thing, it was remiss of me to thank Bill Must for everything he has done and is still doing. Bill is one of the ones that helped me out there. I never thought that I would do a video, but he said to me, "You can do it." And I did. I mean, I have a long way to go still. I'm just beginning to come out of my shell, but I just wanted to say thank you for all you do, Bill Must, and for helping me along the way. Thank you.
That's a good point. Bill has helped me as well. How he shares those videos with us. He does videos every day. He makes them. And he helps us, he'll tell me, just give me an audio or the words that you want to speak, and I'll create a video for you. I know countless others who are founders who've benefited from him. And he never asks for a penny, right? He's made for Tina. He's made for Gladys. I don't know if he's made for you, Helene, but he's made for a whole bunch of us. And the fact that I can depend on his YouTube channel to get good videos and share it on my channel and share it with my team. How lucky is that? Especially since I don't know how to make videos myself, but I can utilize his gift, of design and music. He's a musician. He told me the other day, graphics is just my side thing. It's not really my thing. He says, my thing is music. He's a musician. And I said, oh my gosh, you're so gifted because you are such a good graphic artist, in my opinion. Look at the background that we have today. It's gorgeous. Look at that, the On Passive office in Hyderabad. And then, what's it called? Burj Khalifa, right there in the corner, lower right-hand corner. Beautiful design. So, we're just so lucky to have Bill in On Passive. He gives and gives all the time without expecting anything in return. So we want to thank Bill for his heart for us and for Ash and for the company. We love you. Love you. He's asleep now because it's 11 here and he's in UK. So he's Betty bye. He's in bed right now. But he can listen to the replay and he'll hear us speaking of him. All right, I think we're pretty much going to wrap up. Ron, would you say we can wrap up? Mr. Ron?
Yes,
you
ma'am.
You want to say any parting
11
words
o'clock.
before we go?
It's 11
yeah.
o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. You know where children are?
Where what?
When the news came on when I was a kid, it says it's 11 o'clock. You know where your children are.
Oh, I see.
But I know where all our founders are. They're on top of the world.
They are.
Okay. And going higher. We're going to keep going higher and higher and higher. I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. I want to thank Mr. Aspafara for inviting me to be along with the other founders that went to Boston. It was an amazing trip. We had an amazing time. We with the fellowship of everybody and the sharing of meals with everybody. And we shared a lot of stories with everybody and had a lot of laughter. Okay. They say laughter is good for the soul. Well, we did. And I got to say, the leader of the gang is guess who? Chris Johnson. Oh, Chris, he keeps you on top of the world. I'll tell you, he's funny. So,
he's kind of quiet today, so let's see if he wants to say something.
Yeah, it's probably because his mouth hurts. And his jaw's moving so much, you know.
He's such a joker, I tell you. Come on,
Chris,
Chris,
where are
say
you?
your piece. Say your piece before we end. Are you there, Chris? Might be away
I'm
from
here.
your computer.
3-hour webinar. I had to use the bathroom sooner or later.
TMI, buddy. TMI.
Okay. What am I saying now?
We were saying that you were the top of the entertainment in Boston.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I believe in my heart I was put here for, because I really like when people smile and laugh. Even though I pick on people. Actually, I didn't pick on Jeffrey Morlock at all, if I'm thinking about it. Did I, Jeff? I didn't pick on you at all.
Yes, you did. Yep. Yeah, you gave me a nice big old kiss, and yeah. But that's
You were relentless. You were relentless on Newsminder.
Oh yeah, Gerstmender though. I will tell you this about Gerstmender. Never met him. Talked to him maybe once on the phone, and I had a riot with him. Actually, I had a riot with everybody, but certain individuals that you see, and Marty was saying it early, you really don't know people until you sit down and eat with them. That's the truth. You get to know them. He sat next to me, and he didn't like fish. He wasn't a fish eater. I made him eat raw yellowtail. Well, and he ate it once. He said, "Oh, he was saying it's pretty good," but I could see him going, whoop, whoop, you know. But I got him to eat some lobster, but he didn't care for the taste. He wouldn't eat the caviar. I said, "Well, I'm loving it. You keep bringing this over here. None of these people like this stuff, and I'm eating." I think Susie at one end, me at the other end. Now Jeffrey was eating. You had some of the lobster and the. Did you have oysters?
I did, and I had that yellow. I did not know that it was raw. It was excellent.
It was like smoked salmon. It tasted like to me, so I thought it was great. But
yeah. Now speaking of eating, let me address Ron for a second. Ron, I owe you an apology, buddy. We were getting toward the end of that last dinner. It was 10:30. I don't before they brought the desserts out. And I'm telling you what, I was nursing a pretty serious food baby. You know what I mean? I mean, it was just, and I was about 3/4 of the way comatose. And you still had a sense of humor, and you'd made a few jokes. And but by the time I got them, the moment was over, and you probably thought I didn't even hear you, but I was just slow.
I'm used to everybody ignoring me. Don't worry
Well,
about
I
it.
didn't mean to ignore you at all. I wish I had been better company all the way around. But Chris,
I'm
you
just
haven't
there.
told people how I about gave you a heart attack when I first showed up at the airport.
yeah, you know what? And that's right. We were sitting there, and we were kind of like all standing. We were all really getting restless, ready to go. And all of a sudden, the blue you hear, and Jeffrey, he sounded like an Indian on a horse coming at us. We're all like, "What the heck is that?" It was, here comes this thin, good-looking, bald guy out of nowhere, and everyone just went, "Huh? It's Jeffrey!" And it was actually really funny. you know, sometimes you got to be there, but I'm going to keep telling you these stories for a while because every one of them, every person I met there, which was what, 20 people I think we had, were just phenomenal. And I'm really, it was an honor for me to meet all you guys. So, and I look forward to it again. So
Yeah. It'll be
let's
awesome.
just keep doing this.
I know I'm tired from it.
Yeah,
It'll take me a week to recruit.
I'm still a little wore out.
That's all I got to say. I enjoyed meeting you, Chris, in person, and Jeffrey, and all the others. It was an awesome time, and I look forward to meeting more.
I do. I think there's more to come, more events, more occasions for sure. I don't see them ever stopping. So we'll get to meet a lot of founders. You know, it's going to be just awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I know Viviana wanted to say something. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to state two quotes that Marty has always said ever since I've gotten into the one quote, but the anyways, I guess Marty's not on. But anyways, I'll say it anyway.
He's here.
Hey Marty. I refer to Marty as Papa Bear.
Yeah, I'm here.
One funny thing that he said from the beginning was that we all feel like we're going to be like a bunch of rats in a cheese factory. I thought that was one of the funniest quotes Steve ever said.
Fat rats.
Fat rats in a cheese factory, right?
Yeah.
And the most recent one that I get a kick out of, especially now, what happened in Dubai, is bite me. Because those people that don't believe, well, you know what, you need to bite me. So that's for you, Marty.
I guess I'm got to be known for something.
What were you going to say? What's the next thing after bite me? I think you had some idea of what to say next after bite me. I forgot what it was.
I don't think you can say much after that.
No, ask me at your dinner when I was on the phone with them. What's the next one, Marty? Now, after seeing all this, what are you going to tell people that don't believe? I said, I can't say it here. There's a little girl sitting next to you. No, but I don't have anything else.
All right. Well,
on that note,
at the end of this,
go ahead,
at
Ron.
the end of these webinars, you feel like, what's that song? Was it Lawrence Welk used to do? Do 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 do. Good night, because it's always heartwarming.
You're dating yourself.
Yeah, I know. It's always so heartwarming to get with everybody on these webinars and listen to stories and seeing these people and knowing that our lives are changed forever, you know, and it didn't cost us $1 million. It cost you $97 faith in a man that has a plan. And he's working his plan, and he's sharing it with the world. And I don't think you'll ever find anybody else like him. So that's all I got to say, because I got to go. And love y'all. See you again.
Thank you, Ron.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Marty. Did you have any parting words, Marty?
No, just lift each other up. Don't pull people up, push them up. And if everybody did that, will be fun. We're becoming a movement that like no other company's ever seen, ever. And that's because of the closeness between all of us. So it's a big deal. And we got many more times to meet and get together with everyone. So, oh, and by the way, I did get a package about a year ago, and I opened it up. My wife opened it. She goes, "What is this?" And it was a rat in a hunk of cheese from Viviana, a stuffed rat going through a hunk of cheese. And I went, oh my God, I know what it is. She goes, what? It's a fat rat in a cheese factory. She goes, oh my gosh. But anyway, yeah, good night, everybody, and thank you. Great job from everybody that went. Great job from everybody that didn't went. And this is only the beginning. We still only know 1/10 of what's coming. Amazing.
This is the only the beginning. Collins wants to say something.
Yeah, so Lynn, just want to talk about OTech Pro for today because it's 4 a.m. our time. So OTech Pro, don't miss it. It will be hot.
Okay, but tell them what time and all of that.
Is what's the time?
5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow.
All right.
And it'll be open forum. They're going to just talk about the excitement of Wednesday and some tech stuff in there. And Marty will be there. So it'll be the 4Tech guys and Marty. Come and join us. We'll post the webinar link in the back office and on social media for you. So please join us. And don't forget Julie and Milo's show, which is at 2 p.m. with Mohammed Kamal. I hope I said his name right. And it'll be an exciting show. So you don't want to miss that either. We also have the Unpassive Kenya webinar that is at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow, hosted by myself and co-hosted by Gladys Nyaboro. So come and join us for that. We have Comfort Kanfor. You guys know her, right? She's a dynamic speaker. So we'll also be posting that in the back office and on social media. So join us tomorrow. It's a big day of webinars for sure. Am I missing anything for Saturday? Did I miss any major stuff? I think I got it all. All right. So thank you, everybody. Thank you to our helpers. Marty, as always, I always thank him. Julie's there for us. We have Chris Johnson, who's also a helper in this webinar, and Bill Musk, who does all of our graphics. Thank you to the panel today who were our speakers, Jeffrey and Marty, as well as Colin, Vincent, Bob, and Oliver. Thank you very, very much. And most of all, who do we thank? You, the attendees of this webinar, for without you, we would not have a Friday Night Live. So come and join us. Oh, I see someone whose name is on passive in the attendees list. I want to just make sure we know who that is, because it could be somebody we know, but I just want to make sure. It's not Chris. Oh, I just don't want to hang up, kick somebody.
Texting with them. We're still working on the event, believe it or not. So that's what we're doing right now. It could be, I don't know, check.
Okay, I'll promote that person to the panelists just to be safe. Okay, the person is coming to the panelist side. And let me ask who that is, because the name is unpassive. Don't want to hang up, cut, who off. That would be kind of rude if it's him. Do you see him? Oh, let me try one more time. Invite him or her to the panel. It says Unpassive will be rejoining the panel as the webinar as a panelist. So let's see. That person is saying accepting, but staying in the attendees list. Unpassive will be rejoining the webinar as a panelist. It's saying that. Can you come over? I guess, can they hear me? Maybe Chris, can you ask? Oh, wait, I got it.
Lynn, hold on one sec, Lynn. Keep talking, Lynn. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Just better be safe than sorry, right? If we leave when somebody special's here, let's wait a bit. Never know. So Chris will talk to somebody and confirm it. Did anybody want?
Hold on. No. Hold on, Chris. Make sure. It's not Ash, Lynn. Close her down.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Better safe than sorry. Let's remove all spotlights and we're going to take it to the gallery. And I'm going to unmute everybody.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Tomorrow,
Party.
Mohammed Kamal is not on Julia Milo. It's an
Oh.
open forum for everyone. That was a mistake.
Oh, that was a mistake?
Yeah, he might be on next week, but we'll let you know.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. All right. So what I'm going to do is unmute everybody and everybody can say bye to each other. And see you next week, Friday, for Friday Night Live.
Unmute.
All right,
Hey,
you're all
everyone.
unmuted.
Good night.
Thank
Bye,
you so
everyone.
much.
Thank you.
Love you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Look around you.
Love you all.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.